And welcome to Monday. You know, I've got all my screens messed up because of a problem with OBS.
Oh.
What are we on? Monday, September 24th. That's where we are.
You need to change the.
I know. I'm about to. Thank you, though. I appreciate that. Damn it.
And as soon as he changes it, everybody go below the video and hit that share button.
There we go. I'm Travis Sivart. I'm your host. Tonight, my vices are I'm going to be smoking some olive wood pipes, probably some autumn evening, because it feels like a great autumn evening here tonight. Hold on while I type and attempt to talk to you. What date were we on again? And
24th.
Thank you. You're very helpful. Let's just do this. We'll just change that go live. And they should be putting in the new categories for Twitch soon, and I'm very excited about that. Okay, it's all updated and changed, guys. If you don't see it, just refresh. Okay, so my vices tonight, some olive wood pipes with some autumn evening, which is a wonderful aromatic that smells like pancakes. And it does. And a cheap ass martini. By that I mean I didn't put in a shaker, add olives, or any of that shit. I just it's gin and that other stuff you put in. Yep, that would be it. I didn't even stir it. I went like this. I swirled it.
Wow.
That's what a cheap ass martini this thing is. It's okay. Let me introduce. You know what? I'm gonna go ahead and pull our guest in first and foremost, just because this guy was my original co-host when we started out. Well, when it changed from Talk of the Tavern to Sounds of Steam. So today we also have a Chris Hall of. I didn't know if I should add any websites or anything. Do you want any of that shit added?
No, I don't have any of that shit.
Excellent. Perfect. That works wonderfully. So what are your vices tonight, bud?
Me? I am drinking Dr. Pepper with Blackheart rum in my mustache mug.
Nice. I got the Talk of the Tavern glass for my water. So, now, speaking of mustaches, is yours just combed out today, or is...
Yeah, it's not waxed.
Oh, okay. Well, speaking of mustaches, let me introduce Elizabeth next.
Thank you, Travis. It's always a pleasure to be here. Today, good evening, everyone from New York, and Pickleman Production, where a new film is actually in pre-production. Stand by, get ready, prepare yourself. All right, tonight I will be drinking sweet tea, a bionic concoction, and water out of my dick.
Did you say bionic action?
Yes.
Yes.
Between sweet tea and dicks, there was bionic action?
Yes.
Did that belong to the sweet tea or to the dick?
Of my own concoct.
Yeah.
Which is different than a concoction.
A cunt-coction?
Concoction.
Pirate cunt.
Dirty boy.
Bagel slut.
And what are you drinking tonight?
Were we passing the Andrea? Oh, yeah, who is it? What? I don't know. Go on, Ed.
Ginger ale.
Aww. Alcoholic ginger ale?
No, just ginger ale.
Aww.
I might grab a drink later, but I don't know. Right now, no. And I'm vaping chai tea. Or chai tea.
How is that?
Yeah, something. It's good.
Is it good? I mean, really flavorful or just, meh, it's okay?
Very flavorful, yeah.
Okay, that's good. And then, last but not least, my truly favorite, Andrea, what's your vices tonight? If you say concoction, we'll just let them run the show and we'll step away.
Oh, okay. What?
Nothing. Show me your yarn.
I've started a new project on knitting on my chopsticks, and I have +10 wisdom tea. That's that.
What are you making on your chopsticks?
I'm just using yarn. It may be a scarf, maybe a giant knot. Who knows? We'll see.
Nice. So before we get to the topic, we've got an hour before this week in history and do the third hour topic. Anybody else have anything interesting or cool go on in the past 7 days?
Oh, Bob came to visit over the weekend.
He mentioned that
What?
today. Where is Bob in
I haven't
the?
seen him yet.
Bob.
By the way, I do want to thank Ed, you for throwing the bits, and Elizabeth, you for subscribing again. I do appreciate both
Cheers.
bits.
Sláinte.
This is the first time in how long have we been getting checks that we might not get one this month, and I'm wondering it's because of the change in schedule where I'm doing more. I don't know.
Hmm. Who knows?
It's but anyhow. So Ed, how to go with Bob? How'd that happen? Did you know?
It was good. He was going to be out in the area with another person that I used to work with.
Another Bob?
Is it inflatable? Because he was talking about his inflatable women today.
No, she was actually real. Her name's Anne. I've mentioned Anne on the show.
Oh yeah, I've heard of Ann
She
more than
was
once.
actually real. And he invited me to come out to dinner, and we came back to the house and hung out, and we talked about Talk of the Tavern, of course. And yeah, it was good.
Did he tell you that he sent me a popcorn popper
No, he didn't tell me.
and
He said-
fudge?
He sent me his package. Yeah.
All right.
Combination.
I don't think he packed the fudge himself, but I think he paid to have somebody else pack the fudge for him.
It was probably Anne.
I don't know. It's from where's it from, Andrea?
Michigan. Mackinac Island in Michigan.
Oh, that's from his home state. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I used to live up there.
She did.
So, yeah.
So did he
Should I
drink all
admit-
your booze and make a lot of dick jokes?
We just drank a little bit of booze and made no dick jokes. Just talked about old times at work.
Nice. What were you
Yeah,
asking?
because Teresa and I used to work security there, so we knew all the secrets. Bob is just now learning all the secrets that we knew over 14 years of working there.
Hmm.
Like the human trafficking and stuff?
Well, not the human trafficking, but who got caught doing who on whose desk, and all the juicy shit.
Yeah,
I don't know if you just said juicy or jizzy, but I think either one would apply.
Same
whatever.
Yeah.
It's all relevant.
It's Elizabeth, you were going to
So-
say something. I talked over you like that.
I was going to say, every time Chris drinks out of his mug, I want to go, arr. That's the rum.
Remember last week's where
Arr.
we had somebody talk about
So
pirate
I've
tavern?
realized that I need to make a new one and move the mustache to the side so that I drink. This was, first attempt.
And you were
If
drunk
you
when you
had
did
a
it.
pipe that did that, it would be phenomenal.
No, I don't have any pipes I can do that with. I tried. So Elizabeth, what about you? Exciting week, or did you sit home hiding?
I actually, on the advice of a lovely, delightful woman, I started watching American Horror Story, The Cult, seasons. And I sat all Saturday and watched episode after episode after episode and was so enraptured, stuck to my chair, I ended up drinking way too much beer.
Not swimming enough?
I don't swim on the weekend. Too much pee in the water. Trying to get the kids out of there.
Ew.
And you can tell when they do it because they kind of get like that.
I'm much more subtle. Except for the fact that I'm standing outside of the pool when I do it.
I am too.
Look, I'm a fountain.
Can you imagine? Gee, there was an article in the German paper, the Bundespost, that said there was a certain. Everybody, hang on. The immigrant men were being kicked out of pools because they were masturbating with people in the pool.
Okay.
And that was commonplace for them. The immigrant German.
I think that's a reasonable response to that action.
Okay.
Just so you know. Because
Swell
I remember
rules.
I was sent the article by not just family members, but other people, because I have run pools, very opinionated about the cleanliness.
I am too, which is why I tend to swim in private pools as opposed to public ones.
That's why you stand on the outside when you pee in a pool.
That's right. It's also you get better arc to hit the people that were pissing you off in the first place.
I'm
Oh.
stealthy. I go swim and stand next to them and then pee.
And then wave the warm cloud towards them.
And chat.
Feel like
Did the water just get warmer?
Yeah. Oh, that's a great idea. Tell me more.
is that the smell of ammonia?
You know? And one more
Smelled
before
like
we
asparagus.
the smell. Okay, I taking this chemistry course on balancing pools. The smell of that chlorinated smell, you think it's the smell of clean. That's actually the smell that occurs when it's attacking urine or other bacteria. So it's
Oh god, hotel pools are horrible then.
if you didn't.
All public pools, really.
You smell chlorine through the whole hotel. God.
Don't ever look up fecal factor.
I won't.
Wasn't that a TV show on Fox?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was. It's...
Fecal factor.
God, that's horrifying just to think what that show would be about.
That's a shitty show. Don't watch it.
A little corny.
But,
Maybe produced by the same guys that do Jackass.
Could be.
Probably.
Survivor, maybe?
Jackass meets Survivor?
Oh
The
god.
fecal
Big
factor?
Brother. Big Brother would have a new meeting.
I think you've gone back to the German guys masturbating in the pool now.
Oh god.
So, now what about
Well-
you? What?
No problem. No, I yield.
No, you don't have to yield. You...
I was going to say,
real quick.
would I prefer them masturbating in the pool? In New York, they masturbate on the subway, so I'm not sure which.
At least you're not going to swim into it on the subway. You just step in it.
You.
You run from it. That's for sure.
And they waddle after you, pants around their ankle.
Yeah. No. Chris, what were you going to say? Or
Well, Chris, I know
You
you're
hear it out
doing a
first.
couple shows. Chris works light and sound in theaters, and correct me if I'm underselling what you actually do. But how's that going this week?
It's been a very busy week because we closed a show yesterday, and we have 8 more work days until we have actors on stage for the next one. So I'm stressed.
So what do you have to do that stresses you out over the next 8 days? Tell us.
So I'm in charge of lights, sound, and projections.
Uh-huh.
And we don't always have all 3 of those in the show. Usually it's just 2, but we do have all 3 of them in this next show. And usually there's like 2 full weeks, and then like the actors get on stage, so I have enough time to like prep the next show and like take all of the lights down and reset. There's no time for that between these 2 shows. And then our projections designer has been MIA for the last like week and a half, and has had plots and like what kind of projectors he wants with what kind of lenses. I was supposed to have that information last Monday. Haven't heard anything, so
So do you
I don't know
suspect
what's going to happen
drunken?
because I can't like rent things that I don't know.
Do you think it's a drunken spree or alien abduction?
Alien abduction.
Yeah, I was glad you had to think about it. That there wasn't a quick answer to this one.
I was going to say, what are you hoping for?
I mean,
Maybe they
a
got
new designer at this point, but that's not going to happen.
maybe they got in a pool with German men and now they're in the hospital and stinging eyes and stuff.
It wasn't the German man, it was the immigrants.
Oh, immigrants to Germany.
Yes.
I thought it was German immigrants.
Remember the mass influx they had?
No.
It was that. That.
So they're
German.
fluxing in the pool
Okay.
too now?
I don't know. Nobody in my room. So you're going to be able to pull it off, Chris?
So we had first day of strike today, and I'll be fine lighting wise. definitely sound-wise. If scenery has 8 days to strike this set and load in the next set. And on Saturday, we're supposed to hang all of the lights. Well, there are 6 booms on stage that may or may not be there for me to hang on Saturday. So we'll see. We'll see.
Well, the show must go on.
Something's going to happen.
So, Elizabeth, can I talk about the next Pickleman production just a little bit? Or not at all? Your call.
Very little.
Okay, can I talk
It's
about...
gonna happen.
Can I
That's all
talk
we know.
about the location?
Yes.
Okay, so for Thanksgiving, Elizabeth is coming here. And this,
Very
and
nice.
the surrounding area of where we live now is going to be location of her next film shoot. And that's all I wanted to talk about, really. That's really all I wanted to go into, just to mention it to Chris.
Okay.
Being a sound and light guy, who's only an hour or two, I don't know exactly where you are, Maryland, but at least 2 hours away from us. Just
I'm in
mention.
Silver Spring now.
I have no
What are
idea.
you doing for Thanksgiving?
Nothing.
Want food?
Sure.
Come on over. We'll discuss it
Grand.
off camera.
Gotcha. It's Tiki Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
You might have to wear your swim trunks.
I'm making coconut broth for everybody.
And
It's been a
brown.
while since I rocked a coconut bra.
Yeah.
Well, it'll be made out of a paper bag, so don't get too excited.
She's going to make brown paper bag, grass skirts also. You know how when you were a kid you made like the pilgrim or the Indian clothes out of brown paper bags at school? Yeah, we do that
Yeah.
here at the house.
That's what we do. That's what I do, and I make everybody wear them.
Did Ed doze off?
No.
He's just like, oh my god.
I thought about inviting you and Teresa, but I hadn't got around to it yet. Should we invite you over? Or?
We got the damn family thing.
I know, we don't. Well, what time do you get out of work in the morning, Ed?
9:30.
Yeah, that's a bit late. I was thinking about doing a Twitch morning show for Talk of the Tavern. But, it was just a
Once
thought.
this next show opens, I'll have mornings available.
Well, we might talk about it, but I'll let you get to that point first. Chris and I are talking on a pretty regular basis because we've been playing World of Warcraft together, which, thanks to Dropsome,
That's why I recognized your voice. All right.
that would be it. Yeah,
Got it.
he's been on Discord with us while we're playing, and I just don't do the video also because we're already loading up our internet with this crappy stuff we have. But I think that's all I've really done the past week. You know, a little bit of writing, and played a lot of World of Warcraft this weekend with Aiden. Yeah, we have 7 viewers, but nobody's chit-chatty, are they? Well, I know
No,
Drops
that's why I'm putting a thing in there. They're probably all just listening.
Oh, there's Skipper.
Like they do.
So he's probably doing 50 things at once, and John is running the store. He's up there. Dropsome is in the game, just listening and enjoying. So,
I need to, at some point,
thank you.
when oh bits when we're off internet, download Warcraft on my computer so I can play.
We need to do that
Oh, yeah.
tonight. And yeah, maybe bring it in here. And by the way, I might be overstepping here, but I'm going to do this. Zane, I've seen you in there a couple times. Thanks for popping in. I don't know if you're listening or filling a space, but either way, it's good to see your name multiple times. So, welcome to the tavern, because we haven't done it officially, because you come in quiet. But always good to see you, bud. Okay, is that all we did this past week? We cover everything? We good?
Right.
I work.
Oh, I do.
So
Right.
that's it.
Any good stories from work?
Oh, well, not that I could talk about.
She was sworn to secrecy.
Well, not on air anyway.
Here we go.
We had a patron fall on Saturday. That was fun.
From
Oh.
how many stories up?
He tripped over his own walker
Oh my goodness.
That's not funny.
Arr.
It was kind of funny.
Did you-
Not supposed to laugh.
Did you swing the spotlight over there?
No, but I could have.
I think it would have been.
You should get a free drink or a T-shirt if you cause us guys. Tripping, poor guy.
Jules
Was
says.
it middle of the show?
No, it was after the show as
Oh.
everyone was leaving. I think his wife was more concerned about his fall than he was. He was like, guys, I'm fine. Like, I need to pee. And then his wife was like freaking out with house management, saying, we got to take him to the hospital. We got to call an ambulance. And like, she made a friend of theirs go in, and he was like, he's fine. He's peeing. Like, what do you want?
And it's not blood this
Hi,
time.
Lady Skipper. Joel.
Jules says that the skippers were wrangling dinosaurs all weekend.
Oh.
Fabulous.
Andrea and I did something very modern in the past 7 days. We're like all technological and shit.
We are.
We rented and streamed a movie on our PS4. Look at us. We're almost to 2010 now.
Because it wasn't in Redbox.
And also,
What was the movie?
Jurassic World, the new one.
Fallen Kingdom. Andrea cried.
Just tell everybody, oh my god, the dinosaur just wanted to go with his friends. He didn't want to die. Oh.
Oh, thanks for spoiling it for me.
Yeah, spoilers. I haven't seen either of the two new ones.
Well, obviously, you're not dedicated to this thing, Chris, so fuck you.
Spoiler, all the dinosaurs die. They're not real. How was it?
Wait,
was it
what?
worth watching?
Yeah, it was good.
It was not terribly memorable. I mean, even now, going back.
Not terribly memorable.
I remember it. I was very traumatized by it.
Well, there's a scene when they're escaping the island, which happens in the first 20-30 minutes of the movie. It's a 2-hour
It's
movie.
in the trailer.
Yeah, as the volcano is going off, and Jewel took her T-Rex to see Fallen Kingdom. Chris, so you have a reference. Jewel, who is Lady Skipper, her and her husband basically have dinosaurs they take to conventions. One is like a full-body raptor suit. The other one are like motorized triceratops that kids can ride on, and they get hand puppets. It's all very cool.
Nice.
But yeah, when we had a party here a few months back, they drove up from North Carolina, and it was a come dressed up. We didn't care as what era. You could come in full fucking plate armor or a tux or your favorite Hawaiian outfit. Just come dressed up. He came as a dinosaur wrangler, and she came in a dinosaur onesie with Crocs, wearing Crocs that were dinosaur feet.
It was so adorable.
It's the only time I would. Those are great Crocs.
And there should be a video when you play the videos. There should be the whole crowd there.
There is.
Oh,
And she was fuzzy.
She was.
She was fuzzy.
Fuzzy dinosaur.
Softest material. It was incredible.
So, yeah, that's.
Elizabeth kept trying to pet her. She's like, "Come here, dinosaur."
Oh no, I did pet her. I did try.
Try not.
I'm sorry, she did.
I mean, I still want to get that anglerfish onesie.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
That's funny.
that was Chris last week that posted the anglerfish, and the
Oh.
slippers were adorable too. You saw those.
I know, and they all light up. Like, how do you not want it?
And then
I
I'm
have
going.
a beaver.
Wish list.
Good.
Andrea has a beaver onesie, and I have a 6-foot cock onesie.
Does your beaver light up?
No, but it's very soft and fuzzy.
I've been trying to get it to light up. I swear.
I have a giraffe onesie too.
She does. And slippers.
I have
to
a
go with it.
Grinch onesie.
Nice. Oh, you should go with us on Christmas to the buffet and we can all wear onesies. Oh.
See, on Christmas, we go to the Chinese buffet and sometimes a movie.
We have a Jewish Christmas.
We do. It's
I am going to be on a boat.
No, I don't have to work on Christmas, but I have to work on Christmas Eve.
Oh, sorry.
We have
Me
a
too,
show,
probably.
I think.
I'm gonna
Theater.
work on my team.
Oh, hey, I don't actually. That's exciting.
Woohoo!
I have 6 cats laying around me. Where's Zazzle? How come?
Probably in the box.
Probably.
Bob would be very happy to know that Zazzle is in his box.
That's very true. He's got a pussy in his box.
You need to put Zazzle in the beaver onesie.
No, because I want to live.
She might not kill Andrea right then, but
But
she
she
has a
knows where I
very
sleep.
specific set of skills, and she will find her, and she will. So Ed, you're all quiet. Everything okay over there? Okay. I guess we can get to the topic. That's probably what Ed is being quiet.
Waiting for.
He's saving all his words to talk about Stargate.
Words.
I only have one thing to
Arr.
What do you have to say about it, Andrea?
It's just gonna get funnier.
say. Who's the guy? Mike Judge?
Christopher Judge. Is he going to be on the show?
That would be awesome. He has the best eye makeup. Oh my god.
He does.
That's
I
yeah, I
thi-
mean that's like my favorite part. I'm like,
I think Andrea just combined Michael Dorn and Christopher Judge, which that would be a hell of a show to have those two together.
sorry.
I'd watch that show. I don't care what they're doing. Like folding laundry, I would watch that.
We'll see if we can make that happen. I have plenty of laundry that needs
We're
folding.
like, hey guys, thanks for coming on Talk of the Tavern. Who wants the whites and who wants the darks?
We don't say that.
Ed, put your hand down. We didn't ask you if you wanted the white women.
Oh, sorry.
That wasn't his hand.
Oh my.
Yeah, but we'd have to have Ed on that show also. We've made that very clear because Ed is a fan of both of theirs. And
He would not sleep for work that day. Hmm.
what would it be like to have James Earl Jones and Sam Jackson on the same show?
I would die a little bit.
Dangerous.
Maybe one of them would get in the onesie.
I bet you
Come
Sam.
on. Would it be the giraffe or the beaver?
Well, I bet you Sam
Yours,
Jackson.
Put in. If we had guests on the show, what onesie would you want them to wear?
I think Sam Jackson needs to wear the rooster.
So what? I didn't hear.
The
The
rooster.
rooster.
The 6-foot
Ah.
cock.
Cock-a-doodle-doo, indeed.
Motherfucker.
That's so funny.
That is-
Wow.
So I'm playing World of Warcraft today, and I'm outside the main orc city. And I see a little orc child, an NPC, not a player, running around in the pig pen. And I get closer and I see the name of this little female orc child is Kraka. Kraka.
Cracker plates.
And I zoom in closer and get closer to the character and look, and it is a brown orc instead of a green orc. And it has cornrows. And it's named Kraka. And I'm like, what the fuck is this about? Because I'm amused. Looked it up. Apparently it's just something they did because I thought it was funny.
That's funny.
I don't know. So, Stargate first came out in what, 92, 93, something like that?
94. The
94,
movie.
is that when the movie started?
Yeah, the movie.
Okay. Which starred Ultron.
Kurt Russell, right?
Kurt Russell was in it, and also James
Hubba, hubba.
Spader.
He had that like perfect buzz cut.
You like that, huh?
Did. Still do. No, I was looking at the images for the poster.
Yeah, it's good.
I love this poster.
It's a good poster. I mean, it's a good movie all around. So you know. Yeah.
Should I put it on Twitch?
Yeah, throw it on Twitch so we can all check out the link.
Copy that. Oh, it's a link.
Oh, do you not have a link?
No, I get that. I get
You can throw it in Discord. I can create a link from it if you throw it in Discord.
Alright, well,
What do you want from me?
All of the things. We want them now.
I want it all.
I want to paint them blue.
Alright, I put the link up. I love his pose here, standing there defiantly. Good. Good times. Quiet. Hello.
Hello.
I'm scrolling
Hello?
down. I'm trying to find the movie poster. I see the picture up top.
Oh, it's just a picture of him
Oh.
standing there.
Oh,
I got the poster taken care of. Give me an hour or two.
it's on the ceiling above your bed.
Yeah, it is.
Okay.
A lady reveals nothing.
Really?
But $20 is $20.
That's doing it right. So,
I noticed this article's talking about the reboot. Now this, or not the reboot, the number 2 and 3 movies. This is like the second time, because it was supposed to have been a trilogy originally.
right.
And in 2006, they decided, okay, let's finish it. And for some reason, didn't happen. Now I see 2016, they said it again. I'd love to see it happen. Don't know if it ever will. The movies are different from, obviously, the TV show. There's no gold in the movies. The creature that was in the movies was of a dying race. So I guess technically the movies and the TV show are alternate universes because O'Neill's name is spelled differently in the movies and the TV show. It's one L in the movie, 2 L's in the TV show. Shari, her name is spelled differently between the movies and TV shows. Also in the movie, the planet Abydos, they don't name it in the movie, but it's in a different galaxy, whereas we learned in the TV show they could only go to planets that are in the Milky Way because it takes too much power to send them to different galaxies. So I would like to see it done. It'd be interesting to see what their intentions were originally, if it ever gets off the fucking ground.
Well, I need to watch Origins because I want to see how they've taken the reboot prequel, I guess, sort of. Because, like, Catherine is the one who's actually going through the Stargate now. She didn't, age up and start SG Command.
Now, for our viewers, in case you're totally oblivious, Stargate is a movie about they found a portal, a technological portal that can take you from one world to another, but you have to have a receiver at the other end, like a walkie-talkie. Created a TV series, actually 4 TV series out of it. And in the reboot, they go back to before the movie and the other TV series to a woman they revealed in like season 2 actually discovered the Stargate. And it's kind of the... What other prequel did something like that? For some reason I'm thinking Indiana Jones, but that's not right.
So who put the gates there? Because if you can only get there through the gates, who put them there?
In the movies or the TV show?
Okay.
Oh, we are getting happy. Yes.
Aliens. Aliens basically bought them there. And placed. Well, no, I'll take that back because it would have been the ancients.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So I'm not sure if the ancients were intended to be an alien race or just a pre-race on Earth itself, but it was the ancients that built the gate system, and then the Gaul discovered them.
As well as the other races, like the Asgardians or whatever they
The
call them.
Asgardians, yeah.
There was like 4 or 5 alien races that basically found this network built by the ancients and started using it. So they nicely... I kind of enjoyed that they didn't have the originators of the Stargates in the show. They made those people above even the people that were beating the crap out of us.
Right, made pretty much all of Daniel Jackson's actions was like, I want to know those people.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which makes
and
sense.
And then he was one of those people.
And then he was one of those people.
Oh, they kicked him out.
But he disobeyed the rules.
We haven't got to that episode yet.
Okay.
Oh.
Are you watching
Spoilers!
it?
Okay. And back to that dinosaur on the dock now.
No.
No, we don't want to watch Andrea cry again.
Oh, did they watch a dinosaur die on the dock?
No.
No, I didn't die.
It was a brachiosaurus. It made it to the edge of the dock.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
And it's making the noises like ooh, and then
Like giraffe does.
Then the dust
then they
cloud
pull
from
away.
the volcano. Well, the volcano dust cloud covers it. So
Okay, number one, he's not dead, because if they can make money, they'll resurrect him.
Well, but it
I
made me
say
sad.
you
Number
It made
two,
me
thank an
sad.
animator, because that thing doesn't even exist, and he touched your emotion.
He did. Well, it's because giraffe makes that noise. He had that look giraffe has. You know, my big galoot. He's Giraffosaurus now. Sad.
And he was never heard from.
Shut up.
well, till the next, casting call, then he showed up.
I'm done.
Breathe.
Squirrels just.
I think it's beautiful. I think an animator, once again, I'll say it again, the magicians made you care for something that doesn't even exist. It's magic.
Yeah.
It's great.
It's
Fuck
like a
it.
good call girl. Oh, I miss my
Hey,
family.
Dick is swimming. We can swim in the lane. You can go pee by a kid. You'll feel better. Just pick someone out you hate. Go pee on them.
Oh my god.
What do you mean, officer? She was arrested for urinating on 42 people in Walmart. I didn't know she knew how to break dance and use the
What do you
intercom
mean she
system to get
recorded
them all there.
herself? Put it on top of the tavern.
Yeah. Here
That's
we
not
are,
me.
live on
30
Twitch.
feet in the air, over 120 people? What?
Here's
He's been
Andrea.
pushed around in a cart.
She went and learned how to do that silk rope climbing thing just for this in Walmart. Now watch carefully.
And she went. And the most gruesome aspect was she waited till Black Friday. No escape.
There's Giraffe. Giraffe, make the
But don't
noise.
tell everybody my plan.
Yeah. Shh, shh. What plan?
Exactly.
Operation Golden Shower.
You'll be here for that.
$20, Andrew.
I didn't know I'm getting paid for it.
We'll take turns. The big one broke her ankle getting it out of the car.
Because she was laughing so hard.
Oh my god.
Urination. Urination.
Oh.
It's a nation I don't want to visit for the weekend.
Back on topic.
Oh, that took a crazy turn.
It's a. So out of now, just a quick poll here. Who's seen the movie? Have we all seen the movie?
No.
Okay.
Yes.
Have we? Except Andrea. I have it on the shelf, but she hasn't watched it yet.
I think I've got 2 copies.
Ooh.
So you can watch it more than once.
You watch him. Tag.
That's very true. Hold on a second, Jamie.
Oh shit, where's my copy of Ark of Truth?
Huh?
I'm missing one of the movies.
Okay, guys, I'm gonna put this in Discord for you. Let's see here.
Wonder who has it. I bet someone borrowed it.
Let's see here. Boink. There we go. Okay, Jamin just sent me this picture. And I put it in Discord so you guys can see it.
Oh god.
he says he has this hanging in his hall. Now let me pull up this for our
Oh,
viewers.
that's cute.
Oops.
Ah, cute.
There you go. For our viewers, you can see what I'm talking about here.
I would so watch that.
I know. How great would that be?
FG1. It's FG4.
What is that? Fozzie Gate instead of Stargate? FG1.
Oh, that's awesome.
You think it should be MG1?
Yeah.
Look at us, just pick it apart.
Bosty Gonzo.
Fucking Gonzo.
Fozzie is no more. He is a Fozzie skin rug in the library now.
I think you've all seen my... Chris, have you seen my Fozzie bearskin rug?
No.
Yeah, there was one
I
year
made
I
him
told
one.
Andrea I want a Fozzie bearskin rug, and I want it so when you walk on it, it goes, don't waka on me.
I'm still working on that part, but I did make him the rug.
But yeah, that Christmas, she made me a bearskin rug that looks like Fozzie Bear with the little hat and the big googly eyes and the nose, and it's all just splayed out on the library floor in there. Yeah, it's pretty awesome. It's
So you need one of those voice boxes out of a Build-A-Bear.
that's what I'm thinking.
well,
And then a series of pressure sensors.
well, they sell the ones where it has like a little button. That's what I'm trying to find. One that's not uber expensive.
I guess
Well, yeah, that's why you get one of the, like,
Build-A-Bear.
Build-A-Bear ones, and then you just gotta link it to several, like, pressure points throughout the rug so that it sets off the...
By the way, Frog Gate is what FG stands for, according to Jim.
Oh, god damn it.
Okay. So, now, how many of us have seen all of the original series with MacGyver in it? Richard Dean Anderson. Okay.
Well, until he left.
Oh,
And then it's the guys from Farscape.
Right.
so you watched it all, though?
Oh, yeah, no. I've seen it all, plus the 2 movies that wrap up
Okay.
all of the loose ends in both of the
I've only seen
storylines.
3 or 4 seasons. Now, who's seen all of Atlantis? Or some of Atlantis? I've seen all of Atlantis. Anybody watch Continuum?
First 5 episodes, maybe?
Continuum.
Yeah, it's the one you don't want to watch from what I hear.
Yeah, so essentially they find the gate ship, the ship that's like traveling to different galaxies, like laying gates down.
Stargate Universe.
Oh yeah, universe, that's what it is.
Continuum was one of the.
Continuum's one of the movies.
Oh, okay. And by the way, Lady Skipper says that she waves her hand as in she's seen it. So.
Now, Continuum, they didn't even finish. They did 2 seasons and it got canceled. But I just learned that there was an illustrated comic series that was accepted as canon that wraps it up. And apparently this October, if anybody's interested, they're releasing that entire comic season in a graphic novel. And it will finish the
There's
show
a
out.
post-it.
You know what? This is why I really like the modern storytelling arcs in television series, where they take a season and they complete a story arc at the end of it. And then they open up a new story arc that maybe they tease in the other one. So even if you don't get the next season for whatever reason, you still feel like, oh, I completed the story. And they hinted life goes on. But, yeah, when it was just individual episodic episodes, and if this one thing happened, then the series was over. Now with this season-long story arcs, you have things can change. Things can escalate or end and start anew. And I really hope, if and when they continue this forward, they go with that. What's the matter, Elizabeth?
Just researching.
Oh.
movie
Slightly
posters.
related, but slightly unrelated. We're getting a new Firefly comic soon. That it's a prequel with Mal and Zoe in the war and following them through several war story arcs.
Interesting.
I'm super excited.
Ed, did you enjoy Firefly?
Yes, I did.
I did too. It's and as much as people bitch about it being gone, I'd rather it end too soon than go on too long.
Yes.
Yeah. Max or John just said he just ordered it. And by the way, Chris, Max RPG is John of Conquest Comics, and he plays in our Thursday night superhero game.
Hi, John.
He also runs a comic and game store. So all around a fun guy to know.
Yeah. I have a Firefly shelf on my bookshelf.
A Firefly shelf on your shelf?
Yes, on my bookshelf. Whole shelf dedicated to Firefly.
Oh, okay, okay. I thought you were saying you had like a shelf shaped like something from Firefly on a shelf. I'm caught up now, though. I'm okay. I'm all right. Okay, so now we've kind of laid out what we've seen. What? Thank you, Elizabeth. So, what do you guys what bugged you about Stargate?
Bugged me about Stargate?
Yeah.
Zats.
The one.
The
Nicotels.
Zat Nicotels. 1 stuns you, 2 kills you, 3 shots vaporizes you.
Okay. So why'd they bug you?
That right there, that the whole like the 3rd shot vaporizes you comes around was because they were sitting on set one day and went, you know, if we're taking over this ship, like a patrol walking by is gonna like find these bodies all over and know something's up while we're trying to be stealthy. And essentially one of the like head guys sitting of the network sitting there was like, just make the 3rd shot vaporize them, and then it became canon.
He should have just said, just turn it up to 11.
Like a phaser.
That's right. What bothered me is that they fought all these guys who dropped all these weapons and they kept their fucking firearms instead of picking up the high-tech alien weapons and going, yeah, I think I'll use
It's
this
not
now.
like American-made hardware, man.
And in several cases, their human weapons were more effective than the energy weapons.
In several cases, but in several cases, the energy weapons were more effective than the human weapons. I'm just saying,
Sure,
why
and in
not
those
have
cases,
both?
most of the time they did, in fact, pick up one of their weapons.
It's yeah, a lot of times they're like, oh no, we can't do this. Tilk, can you blast that with your little bug staff thing? And
You may not have gotten there yet, but there are some episodes where they're issuing teams Zats.
are they? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I think once you get past like season 3, they all have a sidearm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. That's good to hear. Yeah, I don't think they
You
all
know,
need to...
it took them a while to like accumulate all of this crap from killing people.
It's, I always think of, you know... She wasn't looking.
She's not
I don't think she saw your note.
Do it again. She wasn't looking again. She missed it.
No, it's not funny now.
But if you keep
Just
Now
let
it
me
that
wait
you
to
pointed it out.
by the 8th or 9th time, it'll be funny again.
What did I miss?
Okay, come in the other side.
Got some.
We can just all wait another 5 minutes. We can all hold signs up to cover our cameras and wait for her to notice.
No, it's Nosy Norman. I was bored in a staff meeting one day and started doodling, and Nosy Norman came about. And now I've secretly started placing him around the theater.
If we ever do a show like that, when I had 2 long full days of training, and I brought my sketchbook because I knew what I was getting into. And for the first few hours of trading, I was drawing sketches of myself of things I wish I were doing instead of being. And included eating light bulbs, shooting my brains out, piercing my tongue with nails. Pages of it. Pages.
Masturbating in a
People
public
next to me
pool.
were peeing in a public. I did swimming. Swimming as well.
No, I said masturbating in a public pool, but yeah, swimming also. You maybe do that.
I don't ask.
Well, that's because you're not an immigrant in Germany.
Maybe in your bathtub, visit, but not in a pool.
Did you say you'd be an immigrant in my bathtub? Because that's a really different level of role playing that I never expected to reach with you.
Hey, $20, $20.
Drops and says, "What did I just walk back in on?"
An adventure through the Stargate.
Did they ever explain what the big watery hole was all about? Was it like a cosmic flush? Did there used to be a big handle on the side that you pulled down and take that as a
You
no?
watched the show.
I think once McKay starts coming around,
Probably.
they probably go into great detail explaining what happens.
He was a lot less annoying after a few seasons on Atlantis.
Well, yes, that is definitely an accurate statement, and imagine him being far more annoying when he was on SG-1.
I know. I've seen a few episodes with him, and I'm like, wow, I like that guy on the other show because he's neurotic and goofy, and now I just want to put a pencil in his eye. I mean, having it sharpened would be optional.
Yeah, I think my favorite episode of Atlantis is the one where they're playing the game, and essentially they like recreate they take over control of a planet, and they thought it was a game, but it's real life.
Mm.
And like McKay plasters his face all over the place, and then they like end up discovering the planet and go, hey, look what you did.
That reminds me of a short story, I think, by Piers Anthony, where you could buy these little creatures. They were kind of like insects, ants of some sort, and you keep them in a tank in your house, and if you sat in front of it for 10 minutes a day and you dropped food in there to feed them, they would eventually build sand sculptures of your face as their god. Well, you had red ones and blue ones, and they built opposing teams, and one guy eventually mixed them, and they ended up breaking out of the tank, realizing he wasn't a god, and killing him. So, that was fun.
That'll learn.
This is why I don't let ant farms in the house. Oh, there he is. Oh, he's purring. He's huge. Look, he's standing on the dock.
That is a mournful scene.
You're gonna make her sad. Don't do it, guys. Okay, it is 5 minutes till. Does anybody need to get up and get a break before this week in history? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Andrea, do you need a break? She's just so sad. Thanks, guys. Jerks. Elizabeth can't hear us. Even if she can pretend like she can't. I have cats sleeping on other cats' butts over here.
Is somebody laying on Otter?
No.
Who's laying on who?
We have Otter and Giraffe, but over there under the window on the bookshelf is Fish, who's sleeping with his hand over his face, and then Goblin is laying with his head on Fish's butt.
Oh yeah, he always does that.
And if I go press on Fish, you can see the fur by the butt on gobbledygook?
Mm-mm.
No? And over here I have Squirrel all by herself, busily defurring her belly.
Again.
And then Giraffe. And then over here is Harry. He's found a little spot, made a little spot for himself over here. Which
Harry?
is good. Yeah.
Yeah, because he can't come in here because I got paint and stain and everything on the floor. He wants to jump on the table I'm working on.
Well, he used to always sleep in the other room. So I'm just glad he's coming in here now to be part of the kitty herd.
The crew.
Yeah. So I try to pet him when I walk by so he realizes, oh, I guess I could take my apples out there and throw them away. You need me to bring you anything?
No.
Okay, guys, I'll be right back. Everybody stare at Andrea.
Wow, they just left me all alone. I feel like that dinosaur. Oh my gosh. That's so sad. I see Ed. He's hiding in the dark. I see you. It's raining again.
It's raining, men. Hallelujah.
No, it's raining again, not men.
It's raining again. Hallelujah.
Because they would make a mess on the porch, all the blood and,
Yeah, they will. Interesting. Let me see if I can do this. Doink. Doink, doink, doink. Doink, doink, doink. I'm doinking? Huh. It works.
What?
OBS screen capturing stuff. That's all.
Oh, you captured us.
I did. You have been captured.
Great.
Time for the tickle fight.
What the hell?
Not what we weren't supposed to talk about.
That's right. First rule of Tickle Club. We don't talk about it. Except to explain the rules. We talk a little about it, but not a lot.
Come on.
So there we go. Man, what do you think Chris is doing that he's gone this long?
Mm-hmm.
He's either getting food.
Swimming.
He's in the pool.
Could be. Think he'll make it back before this week in history? So hard to tell.
Mm-hmm.
He's in the pool.
Why is he in the pool? Why is he in the pool?
Adult Swim.
Ew.
Everyone out of the pool.
Oh, there's his back. What's on his shirt? It's a Mario. So I guess you don't have to wear earphones, Chris. You're good. Do you just listen to us from down there?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he does.
Okay. Give me 1 second. We'll start this week in history.
The hour.
What the?
The fuck is that?
That's you. Earl. I don't know what you're looking at.
Hold on. It's time for this. Here, I'll do this for you guys. I know you like this. Maybe.
This week in history.
Hey Ed, what happened
This week in history, shit happened, y'all. It's all entertainment shit. I didn't feel like doing any fucking research.
Well, before you go into that, speaking of entertainment stuff, Jewel just asked, have you ever considered It's Raining Men and Let the Bodies Hit the Floor are describing the same incident from two different perspectives? Yeah, that's good entertainment news right there. I can see that Muppet News guy doing that story. Yeah, I think so. Okay, so what do you got this week, Ed?
56 years ago, the Jetsons made its television debut.
That's
Very good.
Thank
That
you.
was really good.
Thanks.
This is my favorite. 29 years ago, Janet Jackson released her fourth album, Rhythm Nation.
Nice.
Oh my God, those black jeans and the black cat video. You go, girl.
Yeah, and we've already moved past the Jetsons. Really, we got away from Jetsons that quickly.
Yeah,
It's Janet Jackson. Come on.
it's Janet Jackson shit.
Well, I understand Janet Jackson, but also weren't the cartoon moms of the '60s kind of hot?
Boy, Travis. Wow.
Oh, come on, tell me Wilma from the Flintstones. Come on. No,
I'm not going to talk about that because I might get nominated for Chief Justice someday, and you know that's just going to come back up.
and they'll be like, "Did you touch Wilma Flintstone inappropriately?"
Did you want to touch Will? Did you ask permission?
Would you
Oh my
touch
God.
her inappropriately for $20?
When you were 12, you splurged all over Wilma Flintstone's face on the television, didn't you?
I wasn't looking for true confessions tonight. But that reminds me of a story of one place I lived when I guess I was 19 and I lived in Ohio. Oh no, I was 18. But yeah, we had one
Why does it remind you of that?
because we had a roommate. I rented a room from a guy I worked with, and we had a roommate who would watch porn on the TV in the living room and jerk off and leave his spooch on the television screen.
Was he that close, or he just had that much range?
God.
I didn't look to see if there was chips out of the glass, so I don't know if he's that close or just...
Oh, I don't want to know.
There's a lot more stories I can tell you about that guy. And one of them involves, it's my party, and I'll cry if I want to.
As long as it doesn't end with, and now he's trying to become justice of the Supreme Court.
Oh, he's not trying. He probably already is.
No, but one of them ends with me saying, no, I really don't want a blowjob.
And the show takes her.
Well,
28 years ago, the release of the movie Goodfellas, starring Ray Liotta and Joe Pesci.
I didn't think it was that good.
I don't think I've seen it.
I love it.
Do you?
Yeah, great camera work, just fun telling, gruesome.
Yeah, it's a mob movie. I like mob movies. So.
I want to like them, but I've yet to find one that just makes me go, wow, that's a great movie. I really enjoyed it. They're well made, don't get me wrong. But Elizabeth, why do you have no camera? Oh, there. Okay.
She's trading places.
Patient.
Fuck patience. I want to see Elizabeth now.
I just didn't want to put my crotch in front of the camera.
Why?
Have you seen this show before?
I like to
Not that
put
kind of
my
night.
underwear on camera. So. Yeah.
You did.
You did.
Oh.
Alright.
Uh-oh, she's got the drawing board out.
Uh-oh.
She does.
And I upped the subscription stream goal. I was aiming for 3
For 3?
today. We've had 1 so far today.
Woo!
Thanks, Elizabeth.
You're welcome.
It wasn't me.
It wasn't you. Look at that. How cool is that?
It's kind of like when you go to school with that fundraiser, like who's going to pay per lap or per whatever that you got to do. You're like, so it's my grandmother, my mother, my aunt, my dog. That's how subs are on this channel.
Oh, is that a urine test or... Never mind.
I remember that
Oh,
joke. And your dog has fleas.
Richard Pryor, yeah.
Did he do that? Was that him? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What else
Even the
happened?
mice were hunchback.
Ta-da-da.
20 years ago, Don't You Ever Touch a Black Man's Radio? Rush Hour was released, starring Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. What's up, my
I
nigga?
like them.
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
Nobody understands what's coming out of your mouth.
Andrea and I were talking about that today, that we look forward to being able to make fun of people again, and for it to be fucking funny instead of not even that person getting upset.
Anybody.
Because
Yeah.
the person next to him going, and I thought of you as I was talking about this morning, Ed, where you're like, you know what, don't stand up for the black man. I'll let you know if I need you to come in and help me out.
I'll let you know. Yeah.
But yeah, I made a joke about one of our listeners who's a same-sex couple, him and his husband, blah, blah, blah. And he mentioned that he has 54 kilts.
Oh, wow.
And I'm like, you're such
Right.
a woman. Now, Andrew, of
Did
course...
you-
What's that?
Did you say kilt or kills?
Kilts.
Okay.
We only talk about the man skirt, not the death.
Let's check.
But then I realized, now, it probably is okay to say that about him, just because, you know, I have so many pairs of shoes and hats and stuff like that. But there'll be some woman somewhere that goes, what the hell is that supposed to mean? He's like a woman. Yeah, like, I'm just terrified of teasing people now.
Just like calm your tits. It's alright.
Here, let me help.
Oh
I
god.
just got more, man. That's when the fight started. What else happened, Ed?
51 years ago, It's a Wonderful Day in the Neighborhood. Hello, boys and girls. Mr. Rogers first premiered on television.
Yay, Mr. Rogers.
I need to see that documentary. It's on my list, and I haven't gotten around to it yet.
What's in
Neither
it?
have I.
Thank you, Andrea. What's in it?
What do you mean, what's in it?
Okay. I'm guessing there's a Mr. Rogers documentary you're talking about, right?
Yes.
So,
So,
don't know, hasn't seen it.
well, I mean,
Yeah.
there's the whole thing of, oh, he was a military sniper with so many confirmed kills, blah, blah, blah. So, is that in it? Is that
No,
real?
this is like the story of him being Mr. Rogers on TV and like going through his career on TV
Okay.
and how it impacted, you know, those
The
around
world.
him and what like social movements that he was trying to influence on children without being like, hey, this is important, you know, kind of.
I think that's a better way to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you slip it in as normal. Stop it!
I try. I really do try. But, you know, I don't do justice yet, so it must not have been very normal.
Where's Kevin? God damn it, Kevin.
Rick?
Also, if you haven't seen it, the Ruth Bader Ginsburg documentary is amazing.
Is it?
Yeah, totally worth it.
Haven't seen anything.
I totally didn't sleep with her either.
What?
But Solo comes out on Blu-ray in 4 days or 5 days.
28th, yeah.
Red Solo Cup. I raise you up.
Wrong solo.
That's a great song.
In a party.
Uh-huh.
Let's have a party. I tell you. I like Solo. It was fine. It was fun. It's not for free, so it was fun.
Well, I just finished watching the Clone Wars television series, which the last 4 episodes, what I realized in the last season or two, they finally got the idea, sure, we could have 20-minute episodes, or we could take 4 episodes and essentially write a fucking movie and put it across 4 episodes. It's about 90
Yup.
minutes.
That last season's so good.
It's, well, the rest of it is mediocre to good. that last season, yes, definitely brought it up a notch. The last 4 episodes are all about Ahsoka, and I forget her last name, Kana.
How can you get it in a pack?
Yeah, a ton of.
And basically how she left the Jedi Order. Now, I was bitching.
He was.
Wait a minute. Dropsum says
That's
you can
not
get...
the last 4 episodes. The last 4 episodes are with Yoda.
Okay, you're thinking of the Lost episodes. This is the last 4 episodes of season
Right.
5.
Okay. Yeah, you're right.
And
You're
I
right.
haven't watched the Lost episodes yet, so yes, I will be watching those next. So I'm glad to hear if that's what you're thinking about as last season. I'm glad to hear it.
That's what I was thinking about, because I was very confused. I was like, no, that's like the end of season 5 is with
Right.
Ahsoka.
Right. It's and by the way, they are restarting Clone Wars now.
I heard.
I think we discussed that last week. Okay, Dropsum, explain what do you mean when you say you can get Solo right now in a pack? Like a pack of menthols? A pack of wolves? A pack of carbonite? I don't know what. And we'll get back to that. But yeah, the last 4, basically, she leaves it. My only problem was she left blaming herself for the problem instead of looking at the whole Jedi Council going, you guys fucked up, and I'm walking away now.
Have you finished up Rebels yet?
Season 3, I haven't watched the final
Okay,
season because
alright.
I gotta wait till it comes out and then I have to purchase it.
Okay. All right.
So yeah, I know she's in there
Yeah.
because she's been guest starring throughout the whole series. And from what I understand, in Resistance, it's supposed to be her and what's her name, the Mandalorian chick from Rebels, looking for Ezra is part of the plot line. Okay, I don't know where I was going with that, but
All right.
it was good. I enjoyed
More
it.
history? 81 years ago, The Hobbit was first published.
How many?
81.
That's all?
That is all.
I thought it was longer than that.
No.
That's what she said.
66 years ago, The Adventures of Superman first aired on television.
That's all?
That is all.
Now, that one I believe.
That's what she said.
I feel like we've been here before.
That's what she said. Once the chloroform worn off.
54
What?
54 years ago, The Addams Family.
Hold on, Ed. What are you drinking?
Single barrel Jack Daniels.
So that's not ginger ale.
I did you get my message?
No, where'd you send it?
Oh,
He
Discord.
said, gonna grab a drink before history.
But
That looks like ginger ale to me, Ed.
Somebody reads my shit.
But Ed, I can't check Discord while we're on the air because then it messes up the whole screen.
Okay.
Now I can't check it on my phone, but I have notifications silenced on here. So,
See, I knew what was going on. Nobody asked me.
Thanks, Chris. Appreciate
well, there's a reason I didn't ask you, asshole.
That's what she said.
Oh my goodness.
Huh. Well, Addams Family. So Addams Family, based after the comic strip,
Mhm.
made a TV show, later made a cartoon, later made movies.
Later became a tattoo on my leg.
And a lunchbox too.
That's right. And much better than the Munsters ever was.
They're okay in their own little.
They're good, but Addams Family is better. That's all I gotta say about that.
Well, duh. That's so cool. You know, I was forced to have a Holly hobby. I can't think of something more horribly ill-suited for me than Holly hobby on the lunch pack. That's what I had.
Holly Hobby was like the little house on the prairie of the doll world.
Mm-hmm.
Did she have a backstory? Was she part of a series of books or something?
I think there was books.
I don't know. I didn't like playing with dolls. I just found them creepier than hell. I just didn't. I wasn't interested.
I think Elizabeth had too much to drink. She's blurry.
I know. I was just thinking that.
Is that better?
No.
Still got those Brewfest drunk goggles on.
Oh, it is blurred. Yeah.
Here's a quick sideline. When playing World of Warcraft and streaming it, I have decided to make it entertaining for the viewers. I'll read the quest in the accent of whatever character is giving it to me. Now, the trolls have Jamaican accents. The dwarves have Scottish. And,
Why are they Jamaican?
they're islanders. I don't know. But actually, I didn't do bad on the Jamaican. The Scottish, horrible. Hilariously
It's
horrible.
funny.
Painfully horrible. You got it, Elizabeth. You look good. But then for Brewfest, Elizabeth joined me for this one. I decided to do, I guess it's a German accent, but it's not the I know nothing. Mach schnell, no. It's the, yeah, and then I go up and I have a goat and I like to touch it and milk it with the silky nipples. That kind of German accent.
Clear from the movie Sing, if you've seen that animated movie.
Yes, yes.
Yeah,
very much.
Gunter.
Yeah.
Piggy power.
I love that.
I should have kept that in mind. Halfway through Brewfest that first day, I lost the accent, and no matter where I looked, I couldn't find the damn thing again. I was from Russia, I was from India, I was from anywhere except Germany.
It was funny.
I got about 3 hours of good accent, and after that, I don't know where it went.
You use it all.
My boss at the theater, who's in charge of the theater, the artistic director, he does a Gunter-esque impression, who's a choreographer, and does this big giant scene anytime like he's feeling bored in the conference room.
I like it. I like this guy. It's we need more Gunter-esque type things.
Yes.
Just because Gunter was so
Yeah.
positive.
We need more piggy power.
Yeah, more Piggy power, and not Miss Piggy. She's a whore. She's
You know,
safe with
whenever I tuned in, that would be off and on. I'd check on you.
Right.
You were in the German accent, so I thought you did really well.
Thank you. If you had come in later, or when I realized it was just gone and I couldn't find it again, I stopped talking quite as much.
You should have called me.
And just been like, duh, help me. I cannot find my German accent. It has wandered off over the border. I think it is attacking. Yeah, it is attacking France. There they have bagels, croissants, and ooh la la, le wine.
I am late tired. Fine, we'll take a nap. Then we will fire the missiles.
Spaceballs, right?
No, that's history. No, it's not history of the world. There's it's an internet cartoon. Hold on, now I gotta find.
Ed, while he's looking for that, what else happened this week in history? Please, quick, go.
40 years ago, the original Battlestar Galactica.
How
was
many
released.
years ago?
40 years ago.
With Boxy. Why didn't they bring Boxy into the new one?
Boxy appeared in like the first 2 episodes of the new one, and the writers just decided, no, we're not going there. So
Probably a good choice. So, what do you guys think of the old one versus the new one?
I haven't watched the new one.
I enjoy them both equally.
Do you?
Yeah, I do. I find the old one painful to watch now because it's,
Sure.
well, 70s and 80s. So
I tell you what it would be good for, Ed, is to get together with a group of us and watch it while doing a whiskey tasting.
that could be entertaining.
I bet you that would be good.
And stream it and do a like
Yes.
yes.
Andrea is already
Okay,
making an
so
overlay
here's
for the
the
MST3K with
Silly
our
thing.
silhouettes.
Sweet earth, you might say.
Nice.
Wow. All right. Soon
hold on,
as the
hold on.
ice caps melting, meteors become.
Oh, the end of the world. Yeah, I know that one.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay. It's and Dropsome, this is why you gotta hang out the whole time. We wait till we're pretty sure you're not listening. Then we're funny, and you come back and we're just like, no, we will not be funny for him.
No, nothing.
So,
You're stupid heads. Yeah.
it is. Hold me. Nothing? Really? You just stop there? You're going to just... Fuck you. What's wrong? What were we talking about, Ed? What happened 40 years? Battlestar Galactica. I watched the first season of the new one, and it was okay, but it didn't grab me after a
I've
full
never
season.
seen any of it.
Me either.
The most frustrating thing I heard from viewers of the new one is basically cyclones for the... Have you seen the old ones at all? Either of you?
Yeah, bits and pieces. I haven't
Okay.
watched
The
whole thing.
Cylons were
seen
these
any of it.
really shiny
Right.
Mandalorian-looking suit of armor with the kit thing going boom, boom,
Right.
boom, boom. In this one, they are basically clones of humans.
Well, there's two types of cyclones in the new one.
Okay.
You still have the metal ones, and supposedly the human cyclones, or the clone cyclones, were built by the metal ones later.
Right.
on.
To help decimate. I did like that the new series kind of picked up where the old one left off. Like, everything in the old one happened,
Right,
but not with those same names.
right.
Because, yeah, they just kind of moved it forward 60 years or 100 years or something like that, and I kind of liked that. They found the Earth they were looking for, and they settled, and now they suspect, it's not, and then they brought in every astrological symbol. We gotta look for Scorpio, we gotta look for Gemini! Has anybody seen the 13th astrological symbol that they took out because Christianity and Gregorian calendar? No? Never mind.
That
I've
was
seen it.
that was Rufus, the 13th apostle.
That was it. Yet he was also the 13th astrological symbol. His symbol was this. What's the gang sign for apostle? I don't know. He
Are
had
you drawing a sassy Anubis?
I don't know. We'll see.
It just happens.
Don't question it.
Here's a nice tangent. Has anybody seen American Gods season 1?
No, but I let me
Most of it.
respond. I did see Battlestar Galactica, and the only way we saw it was I lived in Berlin at the time, and someone would send us black marketed tapes, or they taped off 2D, however. And I adored it. It was fun. It was scary and frightening the way the bugs ate the larvae or trapped you below the casino, and it was completely cheesy, but it filled a void. I was, I think, 11 at the time, so I loved it. The new one, I just didn't take with me, even with Starbuck, which was my favorite character.
Right.
I will watch it. I will give it its due. It seems like way too complicated, like the first two.
It was very complicated. You had to really hang on when watching it, because it was like,
Yeah.
Yeah, I got that too. So
Is it worth it?
I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. You can tell when they started running out of money, because seriously, they started having less space battle scenes and stuff like that. And it was more
all the meetings
planning.
were in the basement.
And,
There was
The actors are going.
There was coffee and donuts behind them with like the drunks in their metal chairs.
Everybody had a pickle. Yeah, I understand. Okay.
Wait, what?
I just go with it.
Yeah.
So I don't even know where I was going.
You said American Gods.
American Gods. Elizabeth, I'm
seen some
looking
of it.
at you more than anybody else with this one. Go watch it.
Okay.
It is delicious.
Is it on Netflix?
I don't think so. I don't think it's anywhere.
It's not.
Somebody sent us season 1, one of our viewers, Saoirse, Artichoke Me Harder Daddy.
If you don't see it when you come over, you can watch it.
I will rewatch it with you. It is only 8 episodes, and we haven't watched them all, but they are...
Because it's an HBO series.
Is that what it is?
Is it?
I thought it... No, Stars. It's Stars.
Stars. One of the premium channels.
Right. But it is Neil Gaiman, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
See, I'm having trouble getting through the book.
See, I want to read the book, and I
Why?
think I have it in there.
Why?
I don't know. It's not keeping me engaged. I feel like it's dragging too much. I don't know.
Well, with the television series, it builds the mystery. You connect to the characters. You connect just all the way across. It's beautiful.
It's great visually, also.
Yeah. Yeah. It is not fast-paced and exciting, but psychologically, it hooks you real quick. And I'm enjoying the hell out of it. So, and I didn't know much about it, barely anything. So because of that, I'm enjoying that
It's
much
nothing
more.
like what I thought it would be, but I like it.
To watch it unfold and being clueless about what's supposed to happen, I love it.
I love the premise.
252 pages in.
Out of how many?
How about what?
Out of how many pages?
Let's see. That's prologue.
Just look at the last page and tell me the number.
587.
You're halfway through, a little less than halfway.
Yeah.
Okay. It's it makes me want to pick up the book and read it to see how it expands, but I suspect that the first season is not the whole book, but I could be wrong.
Probably not. Might be the first chapter.
That would be awesome. That'd be doing it right. Okay, Ed, what else we got?
Current events. Very first one is Overripe Bananas. Prison officials in Texas checking out a shipment of bananas that was donated to a prison in Texas from the port of Texas discovered that the fruit was just a little too ripe. Noting that the weight seemed to be a little off in some of the boxes, they opened them up and they discovered over $18 million worth of cocaine packed in with the bananas.
Wait, they shipped cocaine with bananas to a prison.
That's how I enjoy my bananas.
Apparently, what had happened, the bananas had been shipped through the port of Texas. They were never claimed. So the port says, hey, we'll donate them to the prison.
Okay.
So I'm curious, did they distribute the bananas and cocaine or just the cocaine?
They didn't say.
You know, it's a shame it's not legal, because imagine how much money that government could have got from the sale of that cocaine.
I thought you were going to say, imagine how productive.
Well, there's that too.
Would have been.
There's that too. If they, there you go, have a sniff of this, go clean the yard, motherfucker. Well, that's all we got on cocaine-filled prisoners?
That's all we got on cocaine. I'll move on to the next
Okay,
one.
cool.
Say that the best place is probably to get drunk in prison.
Is in prison, yeah.
The best place for what to get drunk?
To get drugs is
Get
prison.
drugs.
Oh, is it really? Can they get me, like, extra strength Excedrin?
Right,
but
drug straps.
you're going to have a lot of date. That's kind of it.
I used to be cute.
You still
Hey.
are.
You're pretty.
Just my mouth. Hey, Ed, I got a fire
yeah.
starter.
Oh.
It didn't
Oh.
spark very much when I tried to use it. It was very disappointing.
We actually had to start the fire yesterday. It was today.
I was lighting fires this weekend in the backyard.
Fire.
I didn't start the fire.
The next one's kind of short and sweet. I really don't have a lot of details on it, but Netflix
Travis.
is set to make a live action series of The Last Airbender.
I know. I don't know how I feel about it. Like, I want to be excited, but then there was Last Airbender, and yeah.
Chris, let me
I
give
actually
you...
posted on Facebook I guess it's the Troy meme where it's like, you know, they're outside with such and such. Open the gate, but it's live action. Close the gate, but it's with the original creators. Open the gate a little bit.
The way I go into any of these, whether it's the Solo movie or
Red Solo Cup.
or any of these, is
That should be a movie.
I go in with very low to no expectations, and I walk out happy because they surpassed what I was expecting. So now with the original Airbender live action movie, it's hard to go in with low enough expectations for them to surpass it. And that's just it didn't stick to the story, etc., but also you just didn't give a damn about any of the characters. The plot line was flawed. So much that I can't even tell you what was wrong with it because I don't remember any of it.
Like, none of the bending made sense.
Like prison?
Yes?
Aiden answered a question like Chris the other day, where Chris, like, instead of giving affirmative, he gives a question answer. And I commented on it, and Chris happened to be watching us on Twitch at that very moment.
For me, it was two things. Well, three things. Okay. Okay, number one, horrible act. Oh my God. Sitting through that can and okay. Two, you have this amazing, you're an airbender, a waterbender, fire. I mean, that should just be visual eye candy dessert. It should be so delicious. And they made it look all like they were bending like real footage. You could have hired real animators and actually drawn like what fire looks like when it comes alive, not just Photoshop fire. And it was boring. And it was just this, all you had to do was copy the animated series. That's all you had to do. And they poured a shitload of money into a turd.
Kind of like the World of Warcraft movie. It was
I
beautiful.
haven't seen it yet. I want to.
It's beautiful, but you don't connect with any of the characters. There's one character you kind of almost, little bit, but all in all, what, Andrea?
I didn't say anything.
Well, you can. I'll wait.
I don't want to say anything.
This is how I bring Andrea into conversations. What? It was a crappy movie, Drop. It's you don't give a damn about the characters. It is a regurgitation of the history of Azeroth, a history that I read as they put it up on the website, and I wrote
Everybody's
fanfic
entitled to
for
their
it.
opinion. Somebody's gotta like that shit.
Well, the Asians apparently did.
I
okay.
never saw
Yeah, it did
so.
great in Japan and China. And that gives me hope that maybe with the next one... See, that's the problem with writing perfect characters with perfect motivations, etc. You have to make them flawed. Drop, I am glad you liked it. I'm glad somebody liked it because I want a second one and I want them to make it better than the first.
I haven't seen it, and it's not on Amazon or anything. And I tried to buy it on Amazon, and like I couldn't buy a copy. It was very strange.
They're like, no.
Yeah, if you come over Thanksgiving, I could put it in. I mean, even if we turn the sound down, and it's beautiful to look at.
We'll put you in another room.
I'll put you in there with Aiden, and you guys will be like, yeah. And then Elizabeth will come in, and we won't see her for 2 hours. And
On a slightly related to Avatar note, we are getting an Avatar Kyoshi book.
what is
I'm super
Kyoshi?
excited about. But
What is Kyoshi?
she was the Avatar before Aang.
Gotcha. Okay, no, that's cool.
It was the Earth one, right?
Yes, she has the island and the warriors.
I want an island with warriors. Can it be an island like
All female
Scotland?
warriors.
Don't you know what? You do not have to lay a trap for me to get in trouble, asshole. I can do this without your help. But can it be an island like Scotland?
Gosh.
Not like a tropical island, but something, that has real weather and you can wear a sweater and play golf, which I explained to Aiden, by the way, is a Scottish game. He didn't realize this morning when I was... Okay, what else
I
happened?
need golf clubs.
You need golf clubs?
Okay.
Or an empty golf bag to take to Walmart?
Disney's new streaming service. I really hate that all these channels are doing streaming service.
Before
Anyway.
you get into this, can I comment on that thought?
Go ahead.
This is something in 2005 when YouTube started. I went, this is what these companies need to do. They need to open up their own. This is like before Netflix was even around. I said they need to get on the internet. They need to let you stream or download their movies unlimited for $5, $10 a month. And if they did it 15 years ago, this would have been awesome. Even 10 years ago, even 5 years ago. But now
Even last year.
well,
Yeah, I was working at a NEC America, and they were working on that 5-10 years ago. Probably, well, shit, I've been gone 3 years, so probably 10 years ago. And I thought, oh, hey, this is a great thing. But today, I don't necessarily think it's such a great thing.
no,
because
it's not.
if I
Why?
want to watch this show, I got to pay this company. If I want to watch that show, I got to pay that company.
Because 10 years ago, you were paying a cable company $120 to $180 a month, and you could have gone, oh, $10 for Sony, $10 for Disney, $10. I'll take that, and now I'm paying $60 getting unlimited movies from 6 different big movie production companies, and screw HBO. But now you can get Hulu, Amazon Prime, and Netflix, pay $40 a month for all 3 of them, and you don't need a damn.
Not even that much.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how I feel about the Disney one, but if they do have like the 90s Disney cartoons,
Wait, I'm gonna go there.
You'll have more to comment on in a second, Chris. He'll feel
He's waiting. Go ahead, Chris. But
like-
yes, they're supposed to have all the stuff that they like threw in the vault. They're supposed to have all that stuff, but it's also going to be used as a platform for
Uh-oh.
the expansion of Star Wars universe with both live action and animated series. And it will also be used to expand the Marvel comic universe with short series on Marvel characters that did not have their own standalone movies, such
I
as
love that idea.
Loki and Scarlet Witch. They'll do like 6 to 10 episode series on those characters and out.
Basically,
interesting.
a mini-series, a comic book
Yeah.
mini-series per character. And I'm not even worried about Loki and Scarlet Witch. I would love to see the Wrecking Crew, who's an enemy.
Well, I mentioned Loki and Scarlet Witch because thus far they have signed on to do this.
Nice.
And that's what they want to do. They want to use the same actors that appear in the movies and not just bring in some other actor to do the series. It is supposed to be cheaper than Netflix, but they haven't set a price yet.
Well, they have to show me enough content for me to give a damn.
Right.
Not just old stuff either, but new stuff. I need to see, go ahead and yank Gifted off Hulu, yank Cloak and Dagger off Hulu, and pull all these stuff back home, which fucking Disney will do it.
Some of the things they have said they're not going to pull because of contractual obligations. Blah, blah,
Sure,
blah, blah,
sure.
Blah, 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 so.
Yeah, but I want like the old Aladdin TV series, or like not necessarily the Little Mermaid one. Not to say that that one wasn't good, because it had some good episodes and some very scary motherfuckers. But like the Hercules miniseries, like
The
all
Hercules,
of those like
yeah.
90s TV adaptations. That's what I want to watch.
I also want to see the old things like the Fantastic Mr. Lippet, or the original Pete's Dragon.
Yeah. All of like the live action 60s and
Mhm.
70s ones.
For that,
Like all the original Herbies. I'd love to watch those.
Oh, yeah.
another thing, every Sunday when I was a kid, you had the Wonderful World of
Wonderful
Disney.
World of Disney.
And it would be one of their movies, or it would be like a nature documentary.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that again.
Yeah.
And that's just content. I feel like they have enough material. They could drop 3 channels tomorrow for one price But if it's on demand, then it's on demand, and you're not worried about channels. You just have they
Exactly.
have tons of content.
Yeah.
But I need to see enough new content to know I'm just not watching some reruns. That I'm going to choose something new instead. And they need to contact me for a great steampunk world and pull from my fucking short stories. That would give them an original, unlimited universe. Until somebody assassinates
There you
me.
go. All right, contact him now.
You got a Ouija board? Because I don't know where they left his frozen head.
No,
My
not
contacts
him.
at Disney don't go that high.
You know what's going to happen is Disney's adapting the model, and then everyone's going to copy them. And I think it's brilliant in terms of marketing, in that Hollywood is coming back. In that, in the old days, studios made all the films, they traded stars back and forth, and the Academy Awards just to help, sell things to help increase profit. And then they also worked with theaters. They had limited ownership of theaters, but they worked with. Now they own the theater, which kind of is our broadcast. So now they're starting to, it's all in-house, And they're going to start separating and specializing target copy. Freaking brilliant. They're going to make a fortune. It's frightening because our information, and communication is going to be limited, but as in terms of film, it's brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't really know what kind of next. Something's supposed to be really big happening, I think, by the end of the year or next year. I'm saying what it is, but it's like a big thing. And I'm sure Disney is going to have a hand involved. Sure they do.
Real
That's
quick,
very
Dropsum says I might be able to hit someone up. Dropsum, I'm absolutely serious about that. But let me point a finger at Elizabeth. She has a creation that would be really awesome for that type of thing with Pickle Man. Now, I don't know if she's actually interested, but I'm guessing she's looking to move her career forward, so it probably wouldn't be a hard no right away. But
I'm always, I'd love to be bought out.
yeah. So what I'm telling you, Dropsum, is if you have a
Okay.
friend there, you might be able to offer them two very good potential money makers between Elizabeth and myself. So it would work on both halves, not just us, but they'd be blessed to have either one of us, let alone both of us.
Yeah. Well said.
Okay, what else you got, Ed?
Birthdays.
Hey!
So, and let's see, it's only a quarter till. Okay, cool. September 23rd, 1930, Brother Ray Charles.
Yeah.
Oh, no way.
September 23rd, 1949, The Boss, Bruce Springsteen.
Ray Charles would kick his ass musically. Physically, I'm pretty sure the boss would tear the fuck out of Ray Charles in a boxing
I
match.
don't know, man.
I don't know. It's graphic.
Looks like we need to bring back Celebrity Deathmatch.
Oh, gosh. September 24th, 1936, The Muppeteer, Jim Henson.
Yeah.
Amen.
I got stories about him, but I think all of you have heard my stories about him.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, Chris, you know how, I don't know if you know, but we did a Muppet episode where we talked about Jim Henson. But Elizabeth suggested it again, and I'm like, well, we'd have to get people besides just me that are interested in the Muppets. So if we do another show like that, maybe I'll ding you and see if you want to come on for that.
Yeah, let me know. I mean, I went to UMD.
Under
time
Muppet Dick?
digging through the Henson library.
I went to his house for Christmas, well, during Christmas season. But I think you probably got more information than I did. I just sprained my ankle and talked to his wife.
Yes, Jane was lovely. I met her on several occasions and freaked out the first time I met her.
Nice. It's
Well, I had to perform for her, so,
like
Yeah,
orally?
you did.
How'd that work out?
She gave me $20.
My interaction with her is I walked into their house. Hey, Des, how are you? And I think blind boxing match is awesomely fair, especially if they're both blind. Okay, I'm horrible. Anyhow,
Maybe we should all be blind.
No, I don't want to be. Thanks.
Well, find the one guy with one eye, and he's the king. I've heard this somewhere.
Even the mice were hunchback.
I walked into their house, and they had like 20-foot ceilings. And it was like a farmhouse type situation, but still like 20-foot ceilings. They had like a 16-foot Christmas tree, and I was raised on 6-foot plastic ones. This was real. And I'm like, wow, that's a beautiful tree. And she's like, yeah, ever since the kids left home, we don't get the big ones anymore. But she was like, at least at home, she was like just mom. You know. It's then again, I suspect that's how they both were all the time. They were just who they were. And
You
they
think
weren't
he was like mom too?
He was.
Well, you know.
Make me cookies, Jim. Go get them. Okay, who else had?
Okay, September 25th, 1951, Mark Hamill, Luke Skywalker himself.
Great sense of humor. It's political views or not, I appreciate how he will just have fun with his fans. Yes.
Okay. September 25th, 1958, rapper, actor, Will Smith.
Great sense of humor. Political views aside. I love how he interacts with his fans.
That's so funny because we were talking about Will Smith earlier today. It's messing with me.
Happy
So that
birthday,
was a
Will.
previous discussion.
He'll be in the next Pickle Man production.
That would be great to just have him cameo and get him killed by a pickle.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great.
He does have a sense of humor, you never know.
Have him crabbing backwards on the floor as the pickle is coming towards him. That'd be awesome.
Markers are running out.
Hey, John, are you on? She needs more markers. Yes, Ed.
September 25th, 1983, actor Donald Glover. He was Landover in Young Han Solo.
Okay.
And he had sex with his robot.
Good for him.
Good for him.
Spoilers! Or do you mean in real life?
No, that was like in the movie.
Ah.
Because that's what you want your kids to know about. Land of having sex. Robot.
It's just a vibrator with a talk program.
Robot, so.
Yeah,
I don't want kids to know about.
Now, if you watch movie 42, there's also the Eye Babe. Do not have sex with her. That's where the fan port is.
that is the best movie in the world.
I need a copy of it. Has Hugh Jackman with testicles on his chin.
Don't ruin everything.
September 26th, 1956, actress Linda Hamilton.
Yeah.
She'll be back. She'll be back.
She is.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
she's in the new Terminator.
Which the
She's
new
such a
Terminator takes place after part 2 and basically
Right.
deletes everything that happened in the other ones.
Threw it away.
Yay!
Thank God.
Chris, Kermit the Frog us.
And September 27th, 1972, actress Gwyneth Paltrow. She plays Pepper Potts.
What year?
Oh, shit. 72? I just closed the document.
No, it's okay. It's fine. It was after 71, so I'm older than her. I'm older than the big stars now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's amusing.
That is
I
all.
can pretty
No
much
personal
guarantee
birthday
you're
shout out.
probably wiser.
I'm probably wiser.
Wiser.
Maybe. I don't go too far on my wisdom, that's for sure. So did we want to go back to Jen and Jackson and talk about our Black Pants head? Did you need to do that?
Oh, no more said. Janet Jackson, nice ass black pants.
I guess you're not.
Movie 43 is the movie you're talking about, and it's only You can only get it on digital thing through Amazon.
What?
Through Amazon Prime, Amazon Video.
That's horrible. What the hell is that thing Des put up there? That's a fucking crab muppet. I'm sorry, King Prawn, okay? Ow. That's the King Prawn. What's his name? Louis? What's the King Prawn's name?
Isn't it
Oh,
Pierre?
I see.
Pierre. It may be.
Is it on Twitch?
It is.
I put a link up for movie 43. Everybody should watch it. It's fabulous. But not with your kids.
Excuse me.
James Gunn directed one of them.
One of what?
One of the things in movie 43.
Oh. Of course. Wow, has it been History Hour already?
I'm done.
Wow, we got done early.
I found it on DVD for $6.23.
$6? Put it in the thing.
I don't want him to buy it all. Do I have any Amazon Prime credit?
They can buy it and send it. See, I don't.
Didn't Friends just have its like 24th year anniversary or something like that
Yeah,
this
something
week
like
or
that.
last week?
Yeah, just this past week. Yeah.
I think
I
you
think
mentioned
we
it.
talked about that last week, right? I don't know. Oh, is that it?
Uh-huh. That's it on Blu-ray.
Oh, $6?
Uh-huh. Should I pull the trigger on that one?
What?
I'm just wondering if I should buy that one right now.
Is that the right one?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
How can you? So.
Oh yeah, Halle Berry. Okay. Okay. Halle Berry's in it.
And Dennis Quaid and Hugh Jackman. Does anybody else
A
think
lot
that
of
sounds
big
like a
stars.
masturbation name?
Dennis Quaid.
Yeah, that's the name I meant.
Oh.
Absolutely. That's
I love that it has such low ratings. The reviews are horrible for it.
Oh my god, it's the best movie. I wish I could have seen that in the movie theater. You need to see that on the big screen.
why.
Just watch it and you'll see.
Nah.
See, and I can't get an Amazon card with my S'mores app right now.
Me neither, because I have like thousands of points
Well,
to get it.
Yeah, they have it. They like basically lost their ability to do it for some reason.
Yeah, I just got an email about it.
Same here.
That's personal.
Well,
Yeah.
there's this app we have on the phone, and each day you earn points, and it turns into like $10 gift cards after a month. I'm like, that's easy. I do nothing. Usually I'll get Target ones to get cat food or whatever, but they also offer Amazon gift cards.
Wow.
And Starbucks. That's usually how I get Starbucks too. Because I'm not paying that much money for coffee.
That's right. Ain't nobody got time for that.
That's not how she rolled, Joe.
Yeah. Just saying. All the money goes to the room.
To the rum?
From the to the rum or the rum.
Rum.
Well, we must need more
Why is
money
all the rum gone?
because
In
Travis
my belly.
drank it. Yeah, we need more rum, so we need more money. I'm gonna have to fix that problem.
I need to go get another bottle of mead.
Not a mead fan.
The liquor store around the corner has the Vikings blood. It's good stuff.
Oh.
Mead has always been a bit too sweet for me. So,
This mead is probably unlike the mead you had. What he
Hold on, I've gotta.
I would consider it almost a port or strong.
Okay, I mean, willing to try it. You know, I want a meat I like, but most of them are just so sickly sweet and cloying and ugh.
Add it to beer.
What, Ed?
Add it to beer.
Okay.
I like the bottle.
Are you muted, Chris? Hold on, the ladies have something for you.
Ready?
It's what we
We
do
have
to
to point
muted
on
people
that.
now. Are you still muted? No.
It's over.
Oh, what?
Mic cord and it came unplugged.
Gotcha.
No.
But the bottles are ceramic,
Mhm.
Oh.
so they're like super heavy.
Yeah, I knew I liked the bottle. That's cool.
Yeah.
Very good. Very good. And we got 4 minutes till we get into the third hour.
Mm-hmm.
Ed, are you going to make it? You get a nap today?
I got a nap. I'm gonna try,
Okay. I hope
but I'm gonna
Kevin's
take a
okay.
break first.
Do you want to take a break now?
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody else need
You
a
said
break?
you were going to check on Kevin?
I just want to make sure he's okay. You know, I was imagining what it'd be like if I had to get 6 people on this screen.
College.
Is that a bong reference?
I have no idea what.
That's funny.
I like the poker chip you're making.
You know, I can stop. Not do this before.
No, don't. See, this is why I'm looking forward to today where I can make fun of somebody without them getting upset. It's not like I labeled you.
What is the thing that's in front of your face? Like I can see the Stargate and the cat person, but it's the thing you're sitting in front of that I have no idea what you drew.
Another one. Another cat.
Good. Yeah.
Hold on, let's make things bigger. Ah, look at that. Okay. Got a full screen it.
Hang on. I'm looking at a reference photo, so I don't. Oh, there we go. It's just kind of loose sketch, and then fill it in. Just fill it in.
Chris, if you look at our archives, you'll see Elizabeth has done a lot of art. She, at one point in time, ever so enthusiastically and kindly, drew something on our dry erase board every episode relating to the topics we touched on. Not always the topic we were supposed to talk about, just whatever we did talk about. And we have some wonderful art from her that are up on as the cover photos of the different videos, whether it's on YouTube or whether it's... So if you go to the website...
Every once in a while, we get a topic that's a real bitch, like Stargate and dry erase mark. Yeah, what the hell? So I'll give it a shot. Come up with something in a couple hours. Add a little extra additional uniqueness to the show.
You could put Will Smith in the corner running from a pickle. You could put Samuel L. Jackson in a giant rooster onesie.
Saying, motherfucker.
Motherfucking snake, stop this motherfucking thing.
We have to get him on the show so we can sit in front of her for reference for her to draw.
That'd be fabulous. That'd be fun. Let's start a campaign.
I've got a lot of Stargate papercraft models.
What the hell does that mean?
So, like, you print out a color sheet of paper and then, like, intricately cut out and then glue it together so it's a, like, 3D model. I've got several versions of the Stargate, the DHD, the puddle jumper.
Nice. Hold that thought. Let me do this real quick, and I'll just turn this around for everybody here. Maybe.
Time for the roll call for our late night, inappropriate, slightly intoxicated, and very naughty music hour. This is where the faint of heart swoon, parents put children to bed, and things heat up and get steamy. So pour another drink and strap yourself in, It's gonna be a bumpy ride.
So welcome to the third hour. Let's do that third hour roll call. Let us know if you're still with us and what you're drinking. Smoking, snorting, shooting, beating, spanking.
I'm here.
There you go.
That was my ringtone for a good long while.
Well,
Was it? Oh,
Yeah.
fabulous.
it's a good piece of music, and if I'm not mistaken, that was also Matt Nielsen who did that one.
Yeah.
My ringtone is Elizabeth screaming, "Don't tell me what to do."
Wait, that's your whole ringtone, or is it just for
Just
me?
for you.
I was gonna say, wow, you're.
It's the only one that matters.
Yeah, it
Aw.
is.
Mine now is the Firefly theme, but it's 8-bit.
Nice.
Oh.
Nice. So it's pixelated music,
Yes.
essentially. Okay. So we're in the third hour. We can continue on with Stargate because I don't feel like we actually talked about it very much.
I was gonna say.
No.
Yeah. Ed, would you like to move into a certain thing about Stargate?
You were asking people what did they hate the most.
Yeah. And I wanted to
Andrew's
go.
never seen it, so
Well, I've seen a couple episodes. That's about it.
She has seen the first couple seasons of the original series.
Did I? The seasons, really?
Didn't you?
I fell asleep.
You need to start bringing them in your room.
Critics say I fell asleep.
I mean, some of those early episodes are a little rough.
the early ones were actually on Skinamax.
Yeah, they were.
They were, weren't they? And then they went to
Yes.
like a different network, like
Then they went to Fox, and then it ended up on the Sci-Fi Channel. Yeah.
Well,
There-
it's not the show. Everything makes me fall asleep.
there was
so.
another one, like Turner Movie Classics or AMC Classics or what TBS Superstation or one of those. Didn't one of those have it for a while?
I don't think so.
Not that I recall.
Okay, I'm probably wrong.
Yeah, because I never got to.
Wikipedia.
I never got to see any of the early ones until they started the reruns on the Sci-Fi Channel, and because like the very first episode, they actually have full frontal nudity. Shari gets naked.
Yeah.
Skinamax.
I remember watching them on Sundays on Fox,
On Fox,
2
they were on
weeks
Fox.
after they had aired.
Yeah.
So I had to stay off the message boards for 2 weeks so that I was like backtracking the correct like shit going down.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's I pulled it up. Showtime originally.
Was it Showtime? Okay, I thought it was
Yeah.
Skinamax. Okay.
Oh yeah, tomato. Yeah, Showtime. It looks like after that, yeah, straight to Sci-Fi Channel. So according to this, that's 2009 home video release online. Yeah, it's not saying anything about moving it forward. Do you think if they brought it out again, do you think it would make it?
Well, they tried. Universe, of course, bombed, which is why they canceled it after second season.
Right.
There was some talks after Atlantis ended of doing 2 more straight to DVD movies, just like the movies that wrapped up SG-1.
Right.
And Richard Dean Anderson came on board, Amanda Tapping, and Michael Shanks. But it never really got off the ground. And it would have wrapped up more of SG-1 as well as Atlantis, because Atlantis kind of ended.
Abruptly.
Yeah, it came to Earth, and okay, now what? But that never really got off the ground. So I think it's probably dead at this point. You know, there's the reboot of Origins, which I haven't seen any, because again, it's a pay thing. You have to
Yeah,
pay to
that's
see
why
it.
I haven't seen any either.
Yeah. And I was hoping Ian was going to be on tonight because I think he's actually watched some of it. But I thought somebody was saying it's shorts. It's like 10 and 15 minutes long. It's not really a whole hour show. I could be incorrect about that, but I know Ian had seen some of it.
Interesting. It's by the way, Chris, it was you earlier that mentioned the online massive multiplayer role-playing game.
Oh yeah, there was a big. There's supposed to be a huge MMO. I mean, just like any MMO, it was humans and the Free Jaffa and the Asgards versus like it was the group of evil humans. I forget what they were called.
Politicians.
No. It was pre-Ori. The one that O'Neill like went to go join and then like busted up their like base hideout in like season 3 or 4.
Oh, the ones that were just stealing.
Yeah. Those guys.
Okay.
You could play those guys or the Gould or a regular Jaffa, a non-free Jaffa. And they got super close to releasing it. I believe they were in alpha, never got to beta, and then they went bankrupt.
Well, it sounds like
it made me super sad.
From the little bit it has here in this article, very little, it looks like it might have been because the show went away. The show got canceled, so the game never came out. But maybe that's why it went back.
I love the show. It's definitely top up there on my favorite television shows of all. I mean, it's sci-fi.
Well, I think it's because you had good characters.
Yeah, but it was sci-fi. It was history. It threw a lot of mythology in there. That's what really grabbed me when the show came out. There's all the mythology. It explained the Greys through what was Thor? What was the name of the race? The Asgardians.
The Asgards.
You know, I thought that was pretty cool. Okay, these look like the Greys that people claim they've been seeing.
Right.
You know, and you find out that one of them was actually doing research on humans and abducting them. So I love the show. All it needed was some Motown in there, and it would have been this awesome show on television.
Yeah, there's like such wide variety of different like time periods and cultures. Like there was a whole like Minoan culture going, like, you know, ancient Greeks. So like everyone has kind of gotten touched somewhere in the series, and that's what I loved about it.
Yeah, it was cool. That was really cool stuff.
But it also had a sense of humor, and I find that's something missing in a lot of sci-fi, is they take themselves too seriously. And here, your lead character was a wisecracking comedian, which apparently was a lot of that was ad-libbed. And I think it's because Richard Dean Anderson didn't take it terribly serious in the beginning, or they wanted to pull him so far away from the movie version. Because that first season, he was very dry and brooding and annoying.
It's because he's, what was that show? He can fix anything.
MacGyver.
MacGyver.
And Carter even uses that line in one of the early episodes. Carter, can you do this? And I can MacGyver something, sir, which... yeah. My favorite show was when O'Neill and T.F. switched places. That show was funny as shit.
I remember that. That was fun, as they acted like they were acting like each other and themselves, and yeah.
That one and the Groundhog Day episode is just great.
Yeah.
It's
I hated everything that had replicators in it.
Pretty much. They were not a great, like, no.
Atlantis was okay, and that
the Russians kind of bugged me with their whole like, oh, we can run Stargate better. Oh wait, we fucked things up way worse than SG Command ever did, but we're still going to blame them because we're the Russians.
We're the Russians.
It was the end of the Cold War, yeah.
And that was it. It even had political crap going on in it as well. It just had so much going on in it. It was really awesome show. Loved it.
with Atlantis, I enjoyed a lot of the characters also. Not too the main lead male was kind of a clone of O'Neill. Conky flight guy. But I enjoyed McKay. McKay was very fun in that. And the Doctor, who I liked best, they killed him off or sent him away. Well, I think he got a movie deal, and he had to quit the series. So no, they didn't kill him off.
My favorite first date. The Doctor was not fit. I'm gonna have to go with the Warrior.
Well, that's where I was introduced to Jason Momoa.
Yeah.
And I still believe he's not a great actor, but he's fun.
But he plays the same role in everything he's in.
It's true.
He does. Was Conan the same as Aquaman? A little bit, pretty much.
$20 is $20.
Yeah. So do you think he's going to be able to carry an Aquaman movie?
No.
Yeah.
But that's not why people are going.
It adds what his character has brought on film so far is another dimension in that he's sort of comedic.
Right.
So maybe.
Yeah. No, I'm looking forward to giving it a shot.
Yeah.
But then again, I have been less critical of the DC movies than most of the viewing audience.
Yes, you have.
The video game failed because MGM
Good night, Jewel.
announced a receivership against the company that was trying to create it.
That's a shame.
So they didn't get all the rights.
Well, they're stupid. Because a good MMO could have helped carry the series forward.
Oh, totally. Because I wanted to be an Asgardian because they got cool android drones. Because they're weak and squishy.
Let's see, I'm looking at... Looks like there was a couple games... 2 video games were based on were released by Acclaim Entertainment. 1995. Side-scrolling platform for the Super NES and Sega Genesis, and a Tetris-like puzzle game for the Game Gear and Game Boy. They did have a tabletop role-playing game. That might be fun.
If we can get our hands on a couple copies, I'd be down for that.
They even had a card game. Yeah, well, what you gonna do? It's
But no sideshow action figures, though. Damn.
No. So what are you hoping more for? Another television series or another movie trilogy?
Oh, wow. I'd just like to see them do some of the crap that they talked about, like the follow-up of the 2 movies to the original. And the follow-up of the 2 movies following Atlantis. Close that out. I mean,
yeah.
Here's what I think they could do. Have we all seen the BBC version of Sherlock with Benedict Cumberbatch?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
I'm not up to date, but yes.
You get 3 or 4 episodes per season, and they're each like 2 hours long.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to see that for Stargate. Don't put them in theater. Don't go straight to DVD. Go back to Showtime or whoever and go, this is what we want. We want to create 4 to 6 episodes, each 90 minutes to 120 minutes. Release them all at the same time, 1 week after another. And then a year later, do it again.
Yeah, I can get behind that.
I feel like this would allow you to have a more complete story arc, more complete stories, still build characters.
But in that vein, kind of where do you go from here, based on at least where they wrapped up Continuum and the Arc of Truth?
Right, I'm just not sure where they go now.
Right.
I mean,
Like, you could keep going with Atlantis for a little while, but I don't know how long you could go that way. And like they tried to continue with Universe, which had potential but failed because like they just, I don't know if the story wasn't good enough or like the actors just didn't meet standards.
I think what they should do with that is what I thought they should have done with the Star Trek movies in the 80s. You go through the series and you find these loose threads that are hanging. And then you wrap up those loose threads. You create what happened next there. I thought the Next Generation movies would be great for this too, because it was times they're like, oh, we found this incredible thing. 40 minutes later, we're done. We'll come back one day. And they never go back. And I think that would be something good for Stargate, where you can get more than, oh, what happens next. You bring in a separate crew that are going and doing this. You have cameos by the other folks to help.
Actually go and find the furbolgs that aren't the ones from the 200th episode.
Yeah, that's exactly what I meant.
Fine, because like, what was that? It was it season 1 when O'Neill got trapped on the planet, and he had to use like the helmet up on the roof to capture the lightning to open the Stargate up, and essentially they found the computer that said there were 4 like
yes, that one,
hyper intelligent races.
Mm-hmm.
They found the ancients. We pretty much know what happens to them. Then they referenced the furbolgs in the 200th episode, but that was it, and it was kind of a spoof because everyone wanted it.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that they should go back and re-explore. Yeah, I remember that one, because that's the one where they brought, what's-her-name, that originally found the Stargate. Yep. And they went and found her boy, her man.
Her husband was missing.
Yeah.
Her husband, yeah.
And he was kind of crazy because he's been staring at these alien star charts for 60, 70 years. And,
thank you.
And Daniel was ready to be left there alone till they could get back somehow, and yet that would be something you go back and you start there.
Yeah. I mean, we did meet the Nox.
Yeah.
So that only leaves one other race?
Well, also you could explore the Nox. You can go into these things where they did, oh, yeah, we've met them, we've wrapped that up. But where they been?
Well, yeah, but the Nox kind of wanted to be left alone.
They
were like, "Aw, you're cute. go mess around out there.
Get back to us."
That would be a cool story. I mean, jump on what Travis was saying. Like, okay, we find this thing, and then we'll come back to it later. Well, then the collection crew is the next episodes later. Like, they have to go get the thing that they left behind.
Right.
They're maybe not quite as skilled or as badass as the other people, and they have to collect it and survive it. So that'd be kind of interesting as a writer.
Yeah, I think that would open up a lot of doors. And as for the Nox, you have the Nox come to them for something, going, look, we want to help you with your growth. Go do this thing. Because it's below us, and we feel you can learn from it, and report back to us, let us know how it goes. And you bring him in every 3 or 4 episodes to check in, going, how you guys doing? Nope, you're still children.
Sounds too much like you.
Well, they wouldn't necessarily be pulling the strings and creating the situations. But yeah, I see what you're saying. It's I think there's a lot of potentials that Hollywood misses, that the writers probably present scripts with these ideas. And Hollywood is like, well, that's not big enough, but I don't think it has to be big. I think if it's big to the character, it can be a great story. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things. If they just went and watched their own series again, they could easily find a dozen or 2 dozen different plot threads that they can tug on.
Man, I'm gonna have to go back and watch the whole damn thing again.
Well, we really don't even know what happened to the Overripe because once she died,
That's true.
supposedly she ascended, or did she not ascend? So yeah, that's kind of left open there.
Oh, that looks really good. The Stargate and the cats.
They're gonna do snake heads. Like we do kitty heads.
I mean, they mentioned Set. I don't know that we actually ever see her.
Right.
She is one of the High Lords, and I'm pretty sure she was at that meeting that they tried to sneak into. We just never saw her.
Right. Just never saw her.
Yeah, there was, and for that matter, you know, we have the Egyptian mythos and the Norse mythos. They could bring in a brand new South American mythos if they haven't already, or some of the Asian mythos.
Yeah,
They
we
do bring
know
out some fusions.
Did they?
the Asian influence. Yeah,
I think they brought in South American. Didn't they have like the feathered serpent guy at one time? Or am I
Yep. That's an episode I saw.
total?
Hmm I don't remember what it was called, but I saw it.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't recall that.
I
don't know.
we could be thinking of something else, or you could be not. I don't know. But yeah, there's potential here, and you know, connecting the 4 alien species, having them interacting with, you know,
Write something and submit it to them. I mean, why not?
we could. We just take time and watch the whole series, and I can take notes throughout it. And
I'll watch it. I'm not writing it, but I'll give you suggestions.
well, just having somebody talk about it with and go, "Hey, this, and
See, I can do that.
yeah, that's very helpful." And
All right. So when do you want to start this?
well, we already have season 4 out and laying around. Do we need to start again at season 1?
I don't remember.
That's
anything.
a yes. Which we can.
Or,
Skip
remember
to like
what's his
episode 5.
I remember what's his name's eye makeup, and that's it.
No, we got to start with the movie and then go to episode 1 so you can see O'Neill as he moves forward and
I
gets
only
there.
remember one episode really out of all the ones I've seen.
I tell you what, Andrea.
Which one?
It's where the parasite alien guy, he infects all of them and makes them eat everything so he can experience stuff.
It was a computer program entered into their brains.
Yeah, that.
Gotcha. Yep, that one.
That was pretty cool.
And they brought it back to the creator, who then removed it and basically, this guy has experience, and you're hiding here in this corner of the galaxy, not experiencing shit. Maybe you two should talk.
Oh, I don't remember the end of the episode.
And you probably fell asleep. If we watch things in the bedroom, she usually doesn't make it through an episode. Andrea, that is something that we could put on in the living room while we're doing something else, whether it's knitting, drawing.
Like Sleepy?
No,
All right.
No, like refinishing a table.
I can't do that in the living room. We got cats.
Well, my job will be to keep them away and hug them all at one time.
Yeah, we'll have to film that.
Yeah, we will.
It does look like a giant diaphragm in the middle.
Oh my god. I wasn't thinking diaphragm until you said that.
No, you can't stop. All right.
Till it pops. Pringles diaphragm.
God.
You guys talk amongst yourselves. I'll be right back. I need to take a quick break and get more water.
What's our subject?
Diaphragms.
Never used it.
Oh, I wonder if they have Stargate diaphragms. That would be cool.
Interbreeding
must
of
look that
alien
up.
races.
I thought you were leaving.
Never leaves. Go away.
Amore.
I need to go make a pizza. I am starving and I'm cranky.
Pizza.
Oh,
Yeah.
have a Snickers.
We don't have any. I ate them all. So you need more markers, huh?
Markers. That's too much acreage. Not much.
Oh, Hulu looked all weird now. What the fuck are they doing?
Hulu?
Yeah. They've
When's the last
updated
time you
shit
saw
since
it?
the last time I was here.
Oh, when was the last time you were there?
I don't know. It's been a while.
Oh.
I don't tend to watch it on Hulu.
I like Hulu because a lot of shows that are on, you can watch them on there the next day.
Yeah. Oh, hey. Is all of Universe here?
So Hulu's
Maybe
the
I'll
one.
watch through Stargate Universe.
So all these other channels are specialized. Hulu shows the other channels. I mean,
Sometimes, basically, whatever comes on regular TV, chances are you can watch it on Hulu the next day that it's come out. That's how we watched Roseanne and Cloak and Dagger and some of the other ones. So,
how much is it?
like, probably 10 or less. I don't know. You can get that 30-day trial.
I did that with the Fubu TV, and that's how I watched all the Preacher. I watched it all one day, the whole thing.
I haven't seen season 3 yet.
Yeah. Well, I got it for my father so he can watch the game, and then I thought, I may as well poke around and see what. Oh, son of a bitch! That was it.
Yeah, I like it. It's pretty good. And Preacher's pretty good. I'm looking forward to season 3. So I guess I have to watch Stargate now.
Ooh, Thor's Hammer. That was a good episode.
Yes.
So what's the difference between SG-1 and Atlantis?
Location?
Okay.
At its simplest form, location.
So what's the different locations?
So they're in the Ancients' home city in a different galaxy.
Which one? Both of them?
In Atlantis, they're in the home city Atlantis.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So like that's where we get our like mythos of Atlantis was them leaving Earth and then being passed down by the one or the two remaining people.
Oh.
And yeah. So they end up opening the Stargate to that city and they realize that it's gonna be a one-way trip
Yeah. One way
if they go.
Hey, Rich, how are you? Good to see you. We're discussing Stargate, buddy. That's Rich Siegfried.
Oh, I see him. Hi.
Podcasting's Rich Siegfried,
Hey, Rich.
who does our graphic upgrades. We make graphics, and then he comes along going, would you like me to redo that for you? And we're like, sure, thanks. And he cleans them up for us.
Generous.
Which, by the way, another difference between Stargate Atlantis and the other one is, first of all, you do get a new crew. They have some similarities, but they're still very different. You also get a new villain. You get this, I don't want to say vampire-like race, but they
are.
Yeah, they are. They're just not the bite you vampire type race. They're hold on, I misspelled.
They're don't shake your hand because they'll suck their life out.
Suck the entire life out.
Yeah, no, they get creepy hand mouths.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's worth reviewing.
Yeah,
Like
yeah.
in the
Here, let me find
car?
an
Is it in
image
the-
and post it because it is,
Oh,
it
yeah,
is
totally.
creepy as fuck.
Creepy as
Alright.
fuck. Critics say creepy as fuck.
Oh my goodness.
It's and that's nice because you feel like with this villain, the series is trying to actually defeat him, and there is a possibility that they can. Because basically, when they go to this new part of the galaxy, they awaken this ancient evil race.
Did they ever die?
Who?
The characters.
Occasionally.
Yeah, sometimes.
Did they stay dead?
Oh, yes. The doctor. Oh, man. When she died.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
It's By the way,
You
everybody,
need a moment, are you okay?
I gave a link to Richie Munster's channel. Go follow it. He's going to be doing very similar content to what we put out here.
Okay.
So if you like what we do here, I suspect you might like what he does there. So there's that for you. We'll get him to 50 followers before he still really starts doing what he does, so he can get affiliate before, you know.
Yeah,
Not even
baby.
trying.
I want to see what he really does.
It's there you go. I'm watching the different people follow as we up his followers. Okay, but back to Stargate. Yeah, with Atlantis, I felt like there was a better chance, and their Teal'c was actually Jason Momoa,
Yeah.
and he was nowhere as good as Teal'c.
No. Well, he wasn't humbling. He wasn't humbling like Teal'c was. He was
Cocky and
cocky. Yeah, I'm the shit. Yeah.
There are no good images, but here's like a hand-drawn kind of... Oh, it's an Imgur image. That's fun. Copy.
Where are you putting it?
I'm putting it in Twitch chat. Bam.
Alright, let's see. Oh, that's really disgusting.
Yeah, yeah. They do have a great reoccurring villain from that one who, I'm your friend, I betrayed you. No, I'm still your friend, and because I will betray you, and I'm telling you that right now, but I need your help.
Oh,
So,
Yeah, he is a pretty good enemy.
and he's actually...
Until they create the one. I hate that guy. That guy's a fucker.
Which one?
Um,
The one I'm talking about?
yeah, they accidentally like make a weird like human hybrid
Right.
one.
Right.
I hate when that happens.
Andrea, if you remember the television show Sanctuary, which was pretty much made by this
Oh, yeah.
same crew that made Stargate.
I like Sanctuary. We have it.
We do. The blonde chick who runs it was in Stargate SG-1, and the guy that plays the Bigfoot butler guy
I like him.
is the one that plays the villain that I'm talking about in Stargate Atlantis.
I haven't seen any Atlantis, so.
I watched Atlantis before starting to watch the regular Stargate series.
I'll try the movie. I guess you have the movies here, right?
I have the movie, and I have most of the seasons on my wish list on Twitch. I have the remaining seasons that I haven't bought, which I think is 8, 9, and 10. And they're like $10 each, so I'll pick them up at some point in time.
Isn't the one guy that's like half wraith, half human? Isn't he like Trip from Star Trek Enterprise or something?
Yes. Yes.
He's an asshole.
Yes.
Yeah. It's you definitely learn to hate him. Which, when you have a villain you could genuinely hate,
It's always good.
it's delicious. It's delightful.
But one cool thing about that storyline was you do start out when they first introduce him kind of feeling sorry for him.
Yeah.
And then,
Oh yeah, totally.
And you don't blame him for the direction he goes in. Doesn't mean he's not an asshole, but you're
Oh,
like,
no.
nope, I kind of get it.
Oh yeah.
You know, he's the redheaded stepchild, and he's not happy about it, and all that good
He's
stuff.
kind of gonna make you pay for it.
Yeah, yeah.
But again, they introduced the replicators.
Yeah.
No, are
I
those
don't know
those
why they had to bring them back.
are those machine ones that they had to like reprogram to they blow themselves up instead of the city or?
That sounds familiar, at least in one episode.
Well, I want to see that as
They do a couple of times. They end up trapping the because they were like very large blocks, so they eventually learned to make themselves into very little blocks, and then made human versions of themselves. And then they trapped the human version selves on a planet in a time dilation portal, which they then reprogrammed so that they could evolve faster. And yeah, they're just a mess.
Yeah, it's see, and that's when you revisit something too much. There is times to tie up those loose threads and stop going back and tugging on them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember those. They were kind of when you felt like they defeated the Wraith. These guys became the big bad guy.
They came back.
And you kind of had a three-way
because
war
they're the
going
like, the ancients had trouble with them, but they didn't really because they weren't really around then. And it's.
And then they brought Amanda Tapping onto the show to try to save it a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that where she like took over for a bit and it was kind of lame. It didn't bring up the show because they had to remove other people to do it.
Have you seen her in anything else?
Sanctuary.
Yeah, she was in Sanctuary.
Was she any good?
No.
Okay, because a few other things that I've seen her in, it's like...
Well, I don't think as a whole that Sanctuary was all that great.
I agree.
No, it wasn't.
Just because they tried to make it all green screen. Like, that was their whole, like, selling point of the series. We're doing everything green screen. Look how cool we can make it. And it's like, yeah, it doesn't really...
Yeah. I don't know if it's her fault, though.
I don't think it was her fault at all.
It's, but yeah, she's okay, but she's not great. Andrea,
Did you put something in the oven? I heard something beep.
I put a pizza in there.
Oh, good.
And true love conquers all.
And they say romance is dead.
I love pizza so much.
Oh, she was on a bunch of Supernatural episodes.
Yeah, I saw her in that. And I don't know, it's like anything else I've seen her in outside of Stargate, it's like, wow, stick to Stargate, girl.
Oh.
Is she British or is she American? Because in Sanctuary she had a
She
British
was born
accent.
in England, raised in Canada.
Okay.
There you go.
So I'm trying to figure out what her real accent is.
August 28th, 1965.
You know what?
Not my real accent.
I would love to be paid to be a bad actor. I would love
Yeah.
Yeah. Right
I
now.
would do it proudly.
Wait, she was in a movie called Space Milkshake?
It brings all the boys to the yard.
Well, not all of them,
No.
but some of them.
Space Milkshake were dubbed.
Somebody look that up. See if we can share it.
I have to figure out how to stream a
Four
movie.
blue-collar astronauts who are stuck together on a sanitation station after they bring a mysterious device on board their ship and all life on Earth disappears.
Oh, that's tall. What was it called?
The astronauts will have to face as they are about to come under attack by a mutating rubber duck named Gary.
Gary.
Damn it,
It's
Gary.
called Space Milkshake.
Okay.
There's a
Must-
rubber duck.
I'm checking
I
Netflix.
really want to watch that now.
No!
I'll see if it's available on Netflix.
On Netflix? Maybe not, but Amazon Prime, maybe.
Space milk. Shakes plural.
Nope.
No. One.
Here's the copy. Paste in Twitch chat is the poster. Oh, George Takei is the voice of Gary.
That's awesome.
I need to watch this movie now.
Sounds good so far. I'm looking for it other places now too. Let's check Hulu.
You know, I did they do the By Your Command, the Cylons, the new ones?
No.
And they didn't go. Yeah, I think that's what pissed me off. Like, at least give an ode or a nod to. That was pretty cool stuff for a low budget. When you forget where things come from.
There was an episode where they find like some of the old Cylons. They did do a little tribute to them in an episode. Yeah. No.
Give me a second. I'm checking Amazon Prime for space milkshakes. Or space
My milkshake takes out the balls to the eye. Cosmic. That's the second part. Cosmic space.
Interesting. Okay, it's unavailable and our agreements with content provider does not allow. It has Kristen Kruick in it. Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah, I saw that.
Andrea, that's Lana Lang from Smallville.
Nope.
Or Fiona from Eurotrip is where I know her from.
From what?
Eurotrip.
Really?
Well, there's...
Scusi.
Mi scusi.
You know, I haven't even seen that whole movie. I've just seen probably from about almost midpoint on. It's funny.
Yeah, no, it's great. I say that line often when I have to like squeeze by someone
I
in
do
the
too,
theater.
and you're the first person.
Scusi, and no one gets it.
You know where I know that
God,
from?
we say that all the time.
Well, we say it... You ever watched the movie Mafia?
Mm-hmm.
It's a parody of Godfather and all the other mafia movies, and the grandmother would eat broccoli and fart, and every time she farted, she'd be like, "Scusi."
You know what?
Hmm?
Since you brought it up, you know what's a good gangster movie, Travis?
What's that?
Is it Johnny Dangerously?
It
Michael
is.
Keaton.
I love Johnny Dangerously.
Don't we have that? I think
We
have
do.
it.
I bought that one. I love it when he's got the price gun and the puppies, and he chunk chunk, chunk chunk, boop.
I love when he drips away the paint on the car when they're
Yeah,
getting away.
the wallpaper.
Oh, it's a red car with rubber duckies.
Yeah, that was Skipper doing that guy, the police chief. Oh, you're not going to believe this one, boys. I'll meet me at the bar. First one's on me. I am looking at the movie, so I looked up Space Milkshake on Amazon Prime. And by the way, it has 3.5 stars. On IMDb, it has a 6.3. That's not bad. But
I mean, it does say that it's a sci-fi comedy, so
it does, and this one
probably doesn't take itself too seriously.
This one describes itself as 4 bottom-of-the-barrel space waste technicians find them in a battle against time and a mutating space duck as their spaceship inadvertently leaps back and forth between dimensions. And the subtitle of Space Milkshake is "We're Ducked." But they recommend other films based on what other people who watched this also watched. And there's a movie called Blubberella. They Came from the Ether, which is a 2017 movie about a salesman given a chance to succeed when aliens arrive and coerce him into assisting with their experiments. Captain Z and the Terror of Leviathan. Yeah, these They Call Me Super 7.
Number 5 is a lie.
That's something I haven't seen since the 80s.
They need to do Come and Come Again.
In the pool. Or the subway. I don't know. You pick.
Oh, dude.
It's a documentary.
There's stories I will share.
Wait, are there tentacles coming out of your Stargate now?
I'm patient.
Tentacle, tentacle, tentacle.
Magic, magic. Today, the 24th, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yes. I know because I had to check also. More than once.
I know I got paid Friday.
So I have to remember who Billy Boyd is. Oh yeah, he's from Lord of the Rings, or The Hobbit. One of the two. I think Lord of the Rings. He was one of the hobbits in Lord of the Rings. That's right. So he's in Space Milkshakes. Surprisingly, they do not have it listed on his IMDb as something he's known for.
Probably better that way.
Who would have thought?
You know, I'll let me respond to that just as someone in the industry. You will get more accreditation or acknowledgement for having done a film, or even, I look up screenwriters all the time, and some of their first films are Milkshake or whatever, Space
You
Shake.
gotta start somewhere.
But you gotta start somewhere, and someone took a chance on them and built it up. So I do have to kind of come to the defense, like, hey, you know what? Once again, pay me to be a bad actress. Pay me.
I am not knocking it. I by the way, he was also in The Clown by Beefcake. And
if I were at a theater, I would go see that just for the title.
I know. That's why I was reading off those other titles to everyone, because I'm like, man, these sound horribly great. He was also in Stoner Express and White Island.
Johnny.
Anyhow, I'm going to go pull that pizza out of the oven,
Oh, okay.
because it just beeped, so I'll be
Run.
right back. I'm running. We don't want it
Don't
to
eat it.
We don't want it to get all brown and crispy on top.
Yeah, dude.
It's awful quiet over there.
I'm watching you draw.
You watching me draw? I'm watching my back.
Mm-mm.
Should I move the camera? No? Yeah?
No, I saw it. We saw it.
Alright, well. Oh,
Don't tell me what to do.
hey, $20 is $20.
Yeah, there you go. You okay, Ed? Are you still awake?
I'm here.
We got, 10 minutes, so what's some of your final thoughts on Stargate?
It was fucking awesome. The end.
Oh, that was quicker than I thought it would be.
It happens sometimes. Not often, but sometimes.
They made a profit on the original movie. The original movie was like $55 million.
Yeah.
No.
It made like $200 million.
Yeah.
Oh, good for them.
Did the TV series make money? It must have. It kept going.
10 seasons, and then 5 seasons for Atlantis, and just went downhill from there.
It went 10 seasons?
Yeah.
Wow.
10 seasons and 2 movies.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, there was a movie? A second? Oh, that's right. There
Yeah.
was a second movie.
2 straight to DVD movies.
Oh,
The Arc of Truth and Continuum.
Hmm.
were they any good?
I thought so.
Yeah, very much so.
I
One
mean,
of them,
because it wrapped up the 2 major arcs that got left open-ended when the series ended.
right?
So they're worth buying,
Okay.
huh?
So there's a little,
Oh, totally.
little sneaky drawing tip. I noticed that dry erase gets real confusing because you can't completely. So you do something and you use a little Q-tip, and then you can mark an outline, and then you can play with your line better.
Oh.
Something for our viewers. Not Stargate. Truth. So were they trying to get one more, like a trilogy?
None of those 2. After Atlantis ended, they were supposed to make 2 more movies again, and it would have been combining SG1 and Atlantis and even further close out, but that never happened.
Which is sad.
I think Americans are too stuck on 22 episodes per season, 40 minutes per episode, or 42, and that's why I suggest the British format. I like British series because they end when their story is done,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to when people stop buying it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Because they try to pull some of it out of the air and it just doesn't work.
Yeah, I think it's a beautiful thing when the series ends and you still want to see more,
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to Walking Dead.
Is it bad now?
It's not bad, but it's not what
It's
it
not
was. They can't maintain the level that they had for various reasons, and they would have been better off walking away before now.
I want to look into that because they seem to, and I'm not a huge fan, but I do enjoy Game of Thrones. And I guess they have veered off the books,
Right.
Scripts, but I think they've maintained a lot of their passion and lifeblood in it because they have guest directors come in and they keep switching things off.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm wondering if that would have helped Stargate, or do they try?
I think that's something newer. I think with the Geekdom Rising, I know Kevin Smith has directed a couple episodes of Flash, and whereas previously, like Star Trek Next Generation, your guest directors were different cast members that just stepped into the role
Right.
for an episode.
And the same thing happened to Star Trek and Stargate as well after a while.
So I think as Geekdom has grown, they're now like, hey, let's cross-pollinate. Let's pull in this guy who loves what we do, and we love what they do, and
Well, that's really hard as a writer to, you can't kill people off. You have to work within the confines. What do you do with the show? I think Next Generation had that, kind of, I don't really know what to do with it. kind of,
This
They're
is... Go ahead, Chris.
doing that same kind of thing with Rick and Morty, with and D&D. So like they're writing and making a whole bunch of comic books because the main one of the main writers for Rick and Morty is like, I love D&D, and D&D or Wizards was like, hey, come make a comic and set it, like have Rick just pop into the D&D world, and they're taking a fun trip from like advanced D&D, Gen 1 all the way up to 5th edition.
really?
And like calling out major tropes and having all of the same like wry Rick and Mortiness in the D&D universe just because they can, and it's applicable now.
Interesting. It's
Yeah, Patrick Rothfuss is writing a bunch of it.
Another show I would love to write. Twist.
I would like to see a series, and this would be formulaic and not necessarily announced publicly, but where they plan to kill off one character every season. And in this, I don't
Did you
necessarily...
say every week?
No, every season.
Oh.
You know, it's one of those things, if you're on a military sci-fi exploratory ship, you're going to lose characters. It would be something that happens. And it doesn't always have to be, the captain or the first officer. It can be somebody they bring in and they work through 8 or 10 episodes.
Just put them in a red shirt. It'll be all right.
Exactly.
I mean, they kind of tried that with Daniel Jackson, and the fandom went insane.
Well, that's why you don't make it one of your prime 5. Well, you can. But, you know, you have your second-tier characters that people can get attached to, and then you kill them off. Like the Doctor and that kind of stuff. It's somebody they're still invested in and they still care about. But, yeah, it's not Daniel Jackson.
I think what happened at Stargate, at least SG-1, it was an old-fashioned show in that here's the good guys and the bad guys.
Right,
and
a Western.
Sooner or later, that conflict had to come to an end. So once that conflict came to the end, it's like, what do we write about now? And I think it's kind of like what you were saying earlier, Travis. If they had just gone back and picked up on some of the stuff that they dropped the ball on, it could have continued on and on and on. But I think they got so much on the good guys and the bad guys. Once that conflict ended, it's like, there's no more bad guys. What do we do?
Right. Yeah, and
now we make a bigger, stronger, more evil bad guy.
See, which we don't want. We don't need that. That's
right.
That's bad writing.
Right.
You know, you can create. Okay.
Then we get the Ori.
Yeah, we got the Ori.
In D&D, we have kobolds, which are a pissant race. But you get them on the wrong turf, or the right one for their sake, and you give them time to plan, and they will tear the shit out of your characters. Even if your characters are level 10. Because they're not strong individually, but they're clever. So, and I'm just saying you can use... Yeah, you can use something like that. Without having to fall back on Star Trek tropes of, oh, look, the holodeck screwed up again. Look, a child took over the ship. Oh, another time paradox? Hold on, let's fix that. And also when you have your major antagonist be a childlike attitude, and he's comedy relief more than a villain, that's just bad. And I'm referring to Q if anybody didn't fill in the blanks there.
I got it.
Yeah. Okay, so next week, everybody, we are discussing the development of animation. So make sure you join us for that. And we should have... I don't know if Kevin will be back by then, but Elizabeth will be guiding us through that for the most part. We'll just watch her draw the whole episode. It'll be
All right.
You need to just make her the big one.
Oh, crap.
Okay, don't make her the big one.
Fuck it. Sometimes things happen.
Okay, I'll give her the big one.
You gonna give me the big one?
No.
It's
Everyone can watch.
So we're going to wrap this up in the next minute or so and head into evening. Ed, good luck at work tonight.
Yep.
Yes,
It'll
and
be fun.
give them hell and
Chris,
protect
thanks
the shit out of them.
Protect the shit. Chris, thank you for jumping in and joining us. Appreciate that.
Yeah,
Thanks for having me on.
My pleasure.
Thanks, Chris.
And I may be doing World of Warcraft after this for Chris's information as well as viewers. I just want to check with Andrea first and make sure I'm not abandoning anything that I need to be taken care of.
Oh no, I'm gonna eat the pizza.
Mm-hmm.
So here's some closing music, and
That's what you guys are calling it these days.
in that case, guys, what I'm going to do is I'm going to close the show here, but I am going to just log back in about 5 minutes once I've highlighted this portion of the show. So here's the closing music. You guys have a great night, and I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Good night, everyone.
Good night.
Shenanigans tonight. You are the one thing that makes the show what it is. Don't forget to join us at the tavern next week. Until then, have fun, keep learning, and be good to one another. Now, raise your glass in good cheer. Enjoy the small moments every day and steamy dreams every night.